Good morning, all. Good morning. I can turn this down a little. That's a bit too loud.
It's gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
This meme gained traction as a growing number of young men were tired of the finger wagging from progressive and feminist ideologues. This in turn came about during a growing backlash against identity politics of the 2010s overall, particularly the fat acceptance movement.
Fat people are allowed to eat what they want without
Hey,
feeling
what's
guilty
up?
about it.
For sure.
Get over it.
Dribble. You know, riding in.
While the embrace masculinity meme was a mostly positive force that came along with hustle culture and stoicism, another form of masculinity would emerge online, which would become less of an intentional meme and more of an unintentional meme. The internet alpha male, or the internet tough guy. The internet tough guy stems all the way back to the early days of social media, usually mocking random people who act really tough behind a keyboard. The lack of physical confrontation allows people to be far more rude, as they don't have to fear being punched in the face.
Alright, I got a little bit of a headache this
Case
morning,
in
but I
point,
slept
the
alright.
streamer Neon, who is renowned for his lack of a masculine physique. Compare how he acts behind a keyboard and screen to how he acts in person.
The problem I'm having is you can't make any comments on this file.
Shut your old ass up, you your catty son. No, pussy.
These are mine until I get my money.
No, don't do that.
These are mine until I
Don't
get
do
my
that.
money.
Pussy, don't do that. I can't see.
If you listen carefully, you can hear his genitalia retract into his body. This was under the assumption that he even has gonads to begin with.
Oh! That's the hot dog that's going in your asshole and mouth. You keep disrespecting me. Yo! What the fuck? Wait, you want a friendly fade or a beat? Oh! Dude, my fucking Louis shirt. Take your hot dog and put it in your ass. That's where it belongs.
Speaking of Neon, the internet was at first the realm of nerds during the 1990s and early 2000s, as the medium was created by nerds after all. But by the mid to late 2000s, it had become the domain of everyone, including people with excess protein in all of their body parts, except their brains. So what is an internet tough guy? It has taken me a while to get to the definition. In the simplest of terms, an internet tough guy, or internet alpha male, is a guy who adopts a highly aggressive and threatening persona from the safe vantage point of being online, as information technology has allowed us to communicate with each other across vast distances without the threat of being punched in the face. There is no ability to punch somebody in the face through a TV or laptop screen. Trust me, I've tried.
Nah, I don't eat
One
breakfast.
largely forgotten example of an internet tough guy who
Hey.
truly personified, but has been lost to the digital ether was Tonka.
Was it worth it?
Tonka was an amateur wrestler who portrayed the image of the badass professional wrestler. Tonka was like a WWE wrestler, but for people who are even poorer and dumber. He would claim to be a renowned wrestler online through his channel Grapplevision, even though most of his fights were in rented out warehouses and only watched by other victims of fetal alcohol syndrome and their ethanol-addled families. The phoniness of Tonka's shows would be met with a combination of constructive criticism and trolling. He would respond to both of them by threatening to fight trolls in the ring, only to be trolled even more. Anthropologists oftentimes speak of what is called an honor culture. An honor culture is usually based in nomadic pastoralism, in which shepherds, unprotected by government institutions out in the countryside, are more likely to engage in violence and threats of violence than their
Yeah, I
urban, settled,
switched it.
quote-unquote, civilized counterparts.
I was trying to
Now,
get
this makes
shit
sense
done
if you
before I
are a
started
Mongol
streaming, and I
chieftain
forgot that it
during
was
the
set up for Schedule
1200s
1
or a Scots
from
Irish
last
settler
night.
living in 18th century Appalachia. But being overtly belligerent
So I
is
had to
not a
change it.
helpful character trait when you are a skinny
I
white
forget
guy
about that
whose
a lot.
only experience of fighting involves play wrestling with fat guys in suburban community center gyms. Tonka would bring his internet tough guy attitude from physical fights to quote-unquote intellectual fights. Keep in mind that I'm using the term intellectual very, very, very loosely. When he wasn't engaging in polemic intellectual saber-rattling, he challenged another controversial internet personality by the
Yeah, I
name of
didn't even
Andy
really
Grosky
check
to a
my
boxing
Discord or
match,
my X before I came online.
only to not show up.
This guy,
So I'm probably gonna have some people showing up. You didn't check your Discord.
online to fight. It's saying he was a UFC champ, MMA, and I was the first person to be like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. And he's done everything in his power to make this match not happen. And I called the bluff, one after another. And you know what? I want to say that I'm not a fighter, but after training for the past 3 months, almost every single day, I respect the fight game. I respect the fighters. I respect the people who come out of here and even get their ass kicked, because I was willing to come out of here and get my ass kicked, Tonka. Where you at? I flew from Canada. You live in Alabama, one state away. Low T Tonka. Where are you? I spent every day drinking protein shakes and creatine shakes. This guy was busy drinking soy non-stop.
Around this time, a new internet cosmology was being formed. A world in which men were deemed to be alphas or betas, with one dominant man being the alpha male and the others being poor, simply betas. But funny enough, unlike pack animals in which there is usually only one alpha male, in typical circumstances the father of the other animals in the pack, these alpha males traveled in herds. If you don't believe me, just watch this. Even gay guys have tops and bottoms. One of these self-proclaimed alpha males was Matt Forney, whose talents included using his masculinity to bang lots of Filipinas. He has yet to reveal his secret method to getting laid, but I'm assuming it involves paying hookers. When tough guy Matt Forney was challenged in person by a group of gay guys, without a screen or keyboard to hide behind, it ended up like this.
Tell me what hotel. I'm behind you there. I'm behind you there.
A key trait of the internet alpha male is overcompensation. Men who are actually masculine don't need to tell you that they are masculine. They simply are. I have yet to hear Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson have a mental breakdown over a leaf blower.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Pope Leo, for example, is not just an alpha male, but a mega alpha male, being one of the most powerful people on the planet. Yet, in spite of all of this, he, to my knowledge, has never been in a fist fight, has never gone to an internet feud, has never staged fake wrestling matches, and probably has never even gotten laid. Another example of an internet alpha male, or males, who are fresh and fit. Their podcast is mostly composed of bringing on OnlyFans girls and asking them trivia questions right before kicking them out of the studio.
Name 3 countries besides Ukraine.
Africa.
I typically don't expect women who spread their cheeks for a living to be intellectual. I also don't typically consider it to be alpha, and the only physical confrontations you have are with people whose breast implants weigh more than their biceps.
He's not gonna try to play me on
Who's playing you, stupid bitch?
No, bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody's playing your bitch.
While they warn their audience of the evils of women who use their sexuality to suck the money out of you, the co-host Fresh managed to impregnate and fall in love with a gold digger. She demanded that her alpha male, soon-to-be baby daddy, take care of the child.
I'm mostly surviving. I'm trying to do that downtown base, man. It's fucking hard as hell.
You clearly told Fresh inside that phone call that it's against your religion to terminate this pregnancy. Does that make it murder that you terminated the pregnancy?
No, it doesn't.
Regardless of whatever you think of the abortion debate, the prospect of these two bringing a child into this world lands me in the pro-choice direction. The most famous example of all of these figures was, of course, Andrew Tate. There is very little that can be said about Andrew Tate that hasn't been said before. After an unprofitable career as a chess player and later boxer, he would pursue the art of tricking simps and beta males into giving their money to allegedly trafficked
Is that the
women
deer?
who pretended to fall in love with them, not realizing that the person
Fuck!
behind the scenes typing the love
Hang on, let me get
was
this deer.
bald dude. And you know, this guy is a badass because he has a snake tattoo on one of
shit.
his,
Alright,
let's
well,
just say,
let's spark.
male breasts. Here is him explaining the lover boy method, in which he pretends to fall in love with women to win them over and then use them to, in turn, use lonely men in multiple layers of scams, frauds, and manipulation.
So they come along and they said, oh, you're a human trafficker. I said, well, I've never transported anyone, I've never kidnapped anyone, I've never restricted anyone, I've never held anyone. I said, no, but you're a human trafficker by the lover boy method. I said, what's that? It's where you pretend to love them. So what, being nice?
To be clear, the claims that he trafficked the woman involved in the scheme are allegations. But under the best case scenario, in which all of these allegations are false and all the admissions of using the lover boy method were made up in order to look tough, then this means that Tate is not so much a criminal, but perhaps the most pathetic internet tough guy. To be fair, at least he has never gotten into a fight with balloons.
Inspire them when you give them a workable path. These balloons.
At the beginning of his fame, Tate, like many internet tough guys, would promote a very hedonistic lifestyle, but would soon eventually switch into promoting a very ascetic, pious lifestyle by converting to Islam.
No, that's always been there.
Respect and admiration to the Ummah by live streaming himself praying. I'm sure Muhammad would be proud. The combination of vice signaling and virtue signaling has been a recurring theme throughout the online careers of internet tough guys. Take Sneeko, for example, a former Take acolyte, went from cuckoldry to Islam.
I've seen her other men, and it's just like that was. Imagine seeing the girl you love like. But I think it's something everybody should do, just to test. I know.
Oh, Black Lives Matters. Me Too movement. Don't say it on your nigga. We don't have this nonsense. We don't have this nonsense. We're all equal. If you're black and you're thinking that, oh, you use the N-word. Yeah, I did not use the N-word. Well, what's wrong with you? No, you're racist. Come on, get a life. We're all the same origin. I didn't choose to be white or yellow.
Speaking of lost souls seeking meaning for their existence, there would also be the rise of pseudo-intellectual alpha males. One example is Eddie Bravo, a renowned Brazilian jiu-jitsu trainer and an unrenowned astronomer.
It looks like something you'd see in a movie.
That's because when they do it in a movie, they try to make it look like this, which is what looks real.
If that's real to you, man.
You don't think it's real?
They faked 6 moon
Eddie,
landings.
dude, stop saying that because it's irrelevant. Why would it be fake?
It's propaganda, man.
Eddie sparked the fiery debate with the brazen declaration that photos of around Earth are all fake. Joe, undeterred, then demanded proof of a genuine
Buddy's
flat
right
Earth
next to
image,
me, rubbing up on my arm,
amidst the clash of beliefs.
staring at me, sticking his tongue out at me.
Of this flat Earth?
No, I didn't. Like I just said again.
Shojo's probably in the bathroom laying in the sun.
Someone might want to ask him why transatlantic flights fly over Greenland and Iceland rather than in a straight line, but I guess maps are an Illuminati plot. Another example would be Jake Shields, an inarguably great MMA fighter whose career has probably led to the insides of his skull having the texture and cognitive ability of a plate of hummus. Today, he mostly spends his time complaining about the Jews who stole his nervous tissue. I know for a fact that Hebowitz is harvesting Jake Shields' white matter and selling it off as chopped liver at his deli. If you don't want to acquire your essential amino acids from you can always supplements.
Look at that. Everybody else is just like yellow or clear. That's because it's been denatured, it's been watered down. We didn't do that. You think I would metaphysically sell you something that is the very best I can get? I'd rather go to hell than do that. I will only give you the maximum best info, the maximum truth, the maximum product, because I want that goodwill.
In the midst of all of this, a 21st century
I fucking missed them.
is needed. One which is cool, calm, collected, and confident.
There's a lot
One
of
that
deer
exudes
over here.
strength and charisma without selling sugar pills at an excess markup.
But I am here today to announce DNA Force, ladies and gentlemen. And he'll tell us about that after we cover some news. My dad, who is an oral surgeon and a dentist, but also has been involved in FDA-approved nutraceuticals becoming drugs, worked in the last year with Dr. Group. My dad quit practicing, quit managing 20-plus dental offices and medical facilities because of Obamacare the last year. And they developed something that the leading competitor isn't even as strong, and is $600. Because, ladies and gentlemen, one ingredient that's in this costs $12,000 a kilo.
We should really live to 120. I mean, even in the Bible, it talks about people living to 400 to 600 years old.
For all the faults and failings of internet tough guys, all the man-child meltdowns, and all the shilling for pills to help you grow 6 inches, I still kind of like the embrace masculinity meme.
Where the fuck go? There it is. Nah, I got a boar. It's really hard to see at night. The sun's coming up. Oh, I forgot I was going this way. Alright.
Now, the leftoids are really mad that they are losing an actual vice grip on public sentiment on the planet. They worked so hard grooming people and shaming people and canceling people for wrong and now it's all backfired because we have a little thing called freedom of speech. And now that we can actually discuss things freely without getting banned to oblivion on the internet like we did under Biden and stuff, we can actually engage with arguments that completely and utterly shred the false reality of every single leftoid on the planet. And the YouTubers are mad. All right, we got Hassan Piker crashing out. We got this other lefty historian video essayist talking about how we need
I listened to a bunch of
babies,
Nux
not
and Ort
censored, and it's a real thing,
videos
that's
yesterday.
it's really bad in like leftist YouTuber land. It really is. So this is Hassan Piker being insecure about his small head.
Why are you always in a suit? I'm a suit guy now. This is it. I'm in my suit era. I think we already established.
Bro got jealous of Nick Fuentes.
That part of the reason why is because part of the reason why I'm in a suit all the time.
One
is
of these
because,
days, I'm going to go on to Hassan's stream and see
moms
how
and
quickly
dads
I
are
could get
watching.
banned.
Two reasons. One,
He's losing viewers actually. Moms and dads are not watching.
makes my head loud.
But not blatantly get banned. Just make comments. Are you feeling okay?
Number two, a lot of
Your head looks a little
conservatives come out
smaller.
here to watch. Like,
Or are you stress eating? You look like you're getting fat.
Broadcasting on my in my backyard, I would also be paying attention.
as a chatter correctly pointed to, wearing a suit, basically like lingerie.
Just
for
go in there and
conservative ladies.
make underhanded comments until I get banned.
Conservative ladies watching Hassan Piker.
That gets them horny, and in their horny moment, they just are a lot more receptive.
I should
to
stream
what
it too.
This is how we spark the revolution.
Yeah, so he's trying to spark a revolution by making old conservative women horny, which is ironic because this is how he used to dress. I'm really glad that we've gotten out of the whole cross-dressing abomination against God phase. And also suspiciously, he has an entire history about sexualizing old women. I would argue that it's weird, but then again, Hassan Piker is actually a terrorist-supporting, dog-shocking, German brothel-going,
Yeah, he's on Kick.
retard. So sexualizing old ladies is kind of low on the list, you know, being that he allegedly
Yeah, I
raped
can
a
probably
15-year-old
go on to
in Germany.
Kick.
So honestly, wearing a suit is basically like lingerie for old conservative ladies. Gets them horny, and in their horny moment, we spark the revolution. So true. Anyway, Hassan is having a really bad day in general. He can't go anywhere without people crashing out and making fun of him. Mostly because he's a complete dipshit. He's a terrorist supporter, anti-American, big garbage cockroach that's gonna get deported. That might be part of it. So this is pretty great, honestly. This is him crashing
Oh, I
out.
belong to him, I
Crashing
believe.
out
Yeah.
that someone called him a white person because he's not white.
What he's doing here is smearing Connie as a Zionist in defense of you because she reacted to something. She reacted to some completely indefensible statement of yours. See, this is what I mean. It's like really, it's indefensible. You find it indefensible. You find it defensible for a white supremacist organization who has actively tried to fucking tackle affirmative action initiatives, which have now led to the anti-DEI
I can't find a schedule.
You find that to be so fucking
based. That's awesome.
Sometimes you can't be talking like that, white baby. See, this is what I mean. First of all, suck my fucking cock, okay? I'm a goddamn Muslim American who gets fucking called a terrorist.
I'm a Muslim American. I'm not white.
Yeah, I don't know what time he streams.
I'm a Muslim American, all right? And first of all, he's not religious at all, and being a Muslim is a religion.
He might
all right?
not
It is
stream
an
anymore. He
ideology,
might just
all right?
do
It's
YouTube.
not actually an ethnicity, all right? So he's a complete fucking retard on like every single level here.
Every fucking day.
Because
All right,
I
are we
haven't
doing
I
racism
haven't
Olympics?
seen a video
Are we
where
talking
he
about
responds
what kind
to
of-
the
what
chat
Kind
or
of Hassan Piker can't believe people call him a terrorist.
thanks people for
Islamic
subs.
terrorism
So
every
he
single
might
day.
not
That's pretty shocking. Now,
do
anyway,
live
he has
streams
a giant
anymore.
crash out here.
Racism is institutionally completely appropriate.
Yeah.
What do you think? Who do you think receives more fucking dick eating on a
It's not racist to call Hassan Piker pro-terrorist. It's mostly because he's pro-terrorist that people call him that. There's nothing to do with him being a Muslim. It's just him being, coming from a Muslim background, honestly. Absolutely solidified my stance on that, which is a lot of Muslims actually just support Islamic terrorism because Islamic terrorism is actually literally bred directly from Islam. The Quran loves Islamic terrorism, and Islamic terrorism is a byproduct of Islam. Look, man, people call out there are some Jewish terrorists, there's some Christian terrorists, and sure, absolutely, don't get me wrong. But when you absolutely look at the sheer scale and ideology, you wonder why Islamism is a branch from Islam. I don't see a single Christian out there praising Christian terrorism. I don't see Jews out there praising Jewish terrorism. I see Muslims praising Islamic terrorism a lot. And not just like random Muslims that aren't afraid of a camera being on them. I mean Hassan Piker,
Yeah,
Hassan, all these massive
burned out
Zohran
parts of
Mamdani,
buildings do
guys.
too.
They all supported actually.
Like
Really fucking bases. Oh my God.
that
White
timber up
baby?
there.
We're
Well,
not talking
see if
about,
I can get up there at it.
Black Americans living in Jim Crow South here. What the fuck?
If you get up at that timber, I might be able to get it from down here, I think. See if I can. That'll give coal too.
I'm a Muslim extremist
I can't reach
now,
it.
The funniest thing is,
But yeah, the burnt shit will give you coal.
Islam, blah blah blah. It would still not work because people will still. Your name is Hassan. I don't really know.
Right. So Hassan used to say calling him a Muslim is big. He's from a Muslim country, but he's not actually a Muslim. Now, when someone calls him white, right? He's Schrodinger's Muslim. Understand what we are dealing with here. You cannot engage with leftists in any capacity where you expect even a modicum of intellectual honesty. And the reason is because they fucking lie. Because leftists do everything in their power to lie and control you. They'll tequila your ass, and they will enjoy doing it. Words mean nothing to these people. They use them to manipulate and destroy you. So in this clip, it's Hassan Piker crashing out that someone's calling him white because he's a Muslim American. In this clip, it's Hassan Piker crashing out that someone called him a Muslim, and that's bigotry because he's actually white. And if you think that's a one-time case, well...
Realize at a certain point that it's because I'm brown, or myself included.
I'm brown.
I am white too.
I am white.
I'm Muslim.
I'm Muslim.
I don't agree. You must be white. I am white.
I am white.
I'm Muslim.
I am Muslim.
I'm living in the West. You really hate white people, Jesus? Dude, I am white.
Right, so this is a minute-long compilation of him being a white sometimes and a Muslim sometimes and brown sometimes and that's Hassan Piker, ladies and gentlemen. This is how the left operates. And you know, I'm honestly so happy that this exists. I'm so happy that this clip is here because this is a perfect for how the left operates in any capacity. They're okay with violating the First Amendment when they're banning people for COVID.
Dude, the storms are bad enough.
They banned Donald Trump from the internet while he was a sitting president. They're totally fine with that. But is Donald Trump criticizing Jimmy Kimmel for Jackson? Wow, too far. Violation of the First Amendment. Some sort of shooting happened somewhere in the United States. We have to stop the Second Amendment. I hate the Constitution. Guns bad. Trans person shoots up a school. Well, Second Amendment is so powerful. Of course trans people should be able to have guns. You can never engage with these people in good faith because they don't actually have some sort of grounding philosophical or moral foundation to anything they say or believe. This is the part of infinite sex trafficking on every possible level, from migration to, I don't know, homosexual parents and dying children.
I don't know if I'd like that.
Rape and covering up those crops with all forms of migrants.
Especially if one hit while you were in a building.
But simultaneously, they are pro-woman and anti-man, and all men are bad except for George Floyd. That guy's fucking awesome. The party that is against political violence, except they endorse every single political violence against right-wing people you could think of. This is why you can never, ever engage with them properly. All right?
Realize at a certain point that it's because I'm brown, or myself included. I am white too. I'm Muslim.
Right? So this is what we're dealing with, and we're dealing with Schrodinger's douchebag every single fucking time. Now, Hassan Piker, he had a really bad day. Right, this is him basically saying that Japan was right during World War II. We were wrong, and Pearl Harbor was not an unprompted attack by the Japanese.
I wonder if it changes like the geography too.
Go vote in the poll.
Like there's a house in Alaska you could go visit.
Attack in America, bro.
During the earthquake in Alaska during like the 1930s, this house rose like 150 feet, and it's still intact. Like the earthquake just pushed it up 150 feet. It's 150 feet higher than it used to be, and it didn't damage the house.
By the way, I'm talking about being illiterate, but I wrote.
Also, when I was a kid living in Illinois, in Plainfield, Illinois, there used to be a telephone pole that had a 2x4 driven through it from a tornado.
I can't believe it. Pearl Harbor was based, actually. Now, here's the crazy part. The crazy part is, Hassan Piker calls himself anti-imperialist, and this is something that I had like in a debate with
Tornadoes
some
are
people
crazy.
talking about how
I remember one
the
time a
left is
tornado came
anti-imperial
through
stuff
and
like
it
that.
rained
They're not
fish
anti-imperial.
afterwards.
They just
Like these
root for the other
little
fucking empire.
fucking
All right?
bluegill that were
Community,
like
though,
an
is
inch
brutal.
long.
The unprompted attack
Fucking,
on Pearl Harbor
it
was
rained
Imperial
'em.
Japan's response to the embargo placed on Japan as a result of Japan's unprompted invasion, imperialism, and genocide campaign against China and its neighboring states in East Asia. So just to understand what we're dealing with here, Japan, we're not like these goody two-shoes, wholesome Chungus people that we victimized, forcing them to attack
Illinois
Pearl Harbor.
had some crazy
They were
weather,
our
man.
imperial enemies. Yes, them bombing our shit because we put an embargo on them to stop them from committing like genocide on behalf of our adversaries. Actually, that is fucking unprompted. And well, we ended that war. That shit. So now we got Hassan Piker glazing another imperial empire, just not ours. Hassan Piker going crazy. This is genuinely fucking insane with Keir Starmer kill all white people. That's a quote. Right-wing discourse is now about hallucinating victimhood and freaking out about it endlessly. Now, to be clear, this is actually kind of happening. Like, just in basic leftist spaces, they are pushing the agenda of actually just killing white people.
It's not even on
But
my
even
side of the
more than
railing.
that, my God, your entire political party has a gigantic crash out if someone uses the wrong pronouns. Like, what are we fucking talking about, dude? You have people crying that ICE is supporting illegal aliens. Oh my lord, these people suck. And I'm so glad that people like Asmongold are finally realizing the actual fundamental issue with a lot of these Islamic commentators in our country, all right, that shouldn't be here, like Mehdi Hassan. Fucking awesome to finally see it. All right, I've been saying this for so long, and why did every single Islamic support Islamic terrorism or something? I don't know, man. Religion or something. That's I don't know, bro. Maybe.
Oh, this guy is such an idiot. Like, this is another, by the way, Mehdi Hassan is another terror supporter. Like, Mehdi Hassan is the same as
I don't know. I kind of
Al-Hassan,
don't like
that
the idea that
he's
earthquakes are
another
just
jihadi
buildings
supporter,
collapsing while I'm in them.
normalizer of Islam.
I don't know. Maybe I'd try it.
Whenever
I should go back and look at some of the mods.
To come up with an excuse for why it's okay.
That's right. Actually, raping Jewish girls on October 7th is justified in context, says Mehdi Hassan. Yes. Also, there is no Islamic genocide of Christians in Nigeria. What are you talking about? The Muslims are the victims.
It is a disgrace that he's even in. I don't know. Does he have American passports?
So true, bestie, so true.
People like that here. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think Asmongold, maybe it's because he's better faith than I am in these regards. I just try to be brutally honest in general. But I think he doesn't understand exactly what Islamic teachings are. And if you would, have read the Quran, let's say, or, actually pay attention to what's being said, he would totally understand where this is coming from. It's not because he's downplaying Islamic terrorism because, white people bad. It's because he actually supports Islamic terrorism and wants the total conquest of the West. He was caught on camera saying that, Jews and Christians are the worst of creatures, which is a direct quote from the Quran, and saying that all people that have not embraced Islam are like animals and pedophiles, quote. All right, so, again, duh, we gotta get rid of these people. Hello, pay attention to what's happening. All right, Sneeko crashing out, getting in the ranges for Goyim. We can bloody our faces, spit on each other, insult your face, and curse his mother. Yes. They're calling it the most raped statement ever, possibly. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Sneeko, gigantic cuck. It's pretty incredible stuff. Now, just to understand what's happening in the West, this is the Hezbollah flag in the crowd leading a protest in New York yesterday. This just happened last night. This is a Hezbollah flag. This is a terrorist organization designated by the United States, funded by an adversary that we are currently at war with, by the way. We are literally at war with Iran, which funds Hezbollah. Hezbollah killed 240 of our Marines in Beirut. These people are terrorists and our adversaries, and we have their flag. We do not need to live like this. This is now he's like a massive friend of old car and stuff. He's trying to run completely slaughtered by this guy over here. So this dude's talking about how he's anti-war and pro-peace.
For the president, what would you do?
I would declare war on Israel. I would cut off, at a minimum, I would cut off all foreign aid. I would let Iran have free will to do what they want with Israel.
You know, Iran lost to Israel, like literally one-on-one a couple months ago. Right?
I would kind of let the problem probably take care of itself, to be honest, because
It's pretty hilarious stuff if he thinks that that's how it's going to
If
go
you
at
drink
all.
all the
First of all,
coffee,
we have
well,
Netanyahu
looky
talking
here,
about how he's
boys.
trying to wean
We
off
got
foreign
ourselves
aid.
a real
You know,
life
Netanyahu says
hero.
it's time to end
And
Israel's
now
reliance on the
he
US foreign aid.
wants
He's
to
trying to
be
get off of
paid.
foreign aid. All right, but this guy is so fucking retarded. He doesn't realize the fact that
Hey, jerk.
there are 2
You
billion
need-
Muslims
let's
that
get
are
one
trying to kill
thing
15
straight.
million Jews in
You're not
Israel,
working
and they're
with
failing
me.
because
You're
they're
working
low IQ
for me.
inbreds for the most part, and they have been absolutely and utterly, thoroughly humiliated by Israel, even when Israel was getting zero foreign aid, like in 1967. All right, like it just understand. So this guy, like super peace candidate, he wants to become president so he can declare war on Israel. All right. Also, he hates America.
absolutely could be a fucking asset, and if he is, he would be doing exactly what he's doing now. First of all, fuck America first, dude. There is no America first.
Yeah, so again, like we have these anti-American Islamic retards trying their best to get places in our government solely with the ideology that they want to promote the actual values of Islam. Complete and utter subjugation of the Western world, destruction of Israel, etc., etc. These are the actual
I hate how much
political aims and
sand I
agendas
keep
of these
ending
people.
up with,
All right,
man.
you shouldn't be surprised.
I mean, honestly, the only real battle in the world today that I see worth fighting is fucking, exterminating Israel. I mean, I would sign up tomorrow and go fucking put boots on the ground and go fucking kill Israelis. That would be a great day for me. I would fucking sign up on the fucking draft waiver wherever. Give me a fucking, give me a rifle and send me the fuck over there. I truly believe that the majority of that country is evil, and
right. So just understand, this is Dan Blazarian and Sneeko, Islamic retards, basically crashing out and crying about how actually he wants to go and just murder some Jews in Israel or something. Again, this is the political ideology of these people, and of course he's losing massively, as you can see. Bro has a 14% chance of winning against Randy Fine. Oh, Bro's gonna get obliterated by a fat Jew. Oh, that's rough. Now, just to understand what our adversaries are promoting, Marjorie Trader Green, who recently backstabbed Trump and abandoned the party.
No, I don't care.
Said, that actually this is the Armenians that Randy Fine is talking about when he says Armenians should not be in Congress.
Scrub.
Based, actually. I don't think we should have any foreign people in our Congress. Dan Blazarian is fighting
where am I going? The Blue Birdie?
All right, so remember, Marjorie Trader Green over here abandoned
I gotta clear the
Trump,
area.
Stabbed him in the back,
And by CIA op, I just
completely ran off, claiming that actually the America First stance is allying up with Islamists and retards, all right?
I'm not going in that way, because I could tell that you want me to go in that way.
American man,
I'm going in
woman,
this way.
Common American man or woman. American jobs, the average American family can drink. Make America great again.
America. All right, so she's very, very all about America. So pro-America that she's allying up with Islamists. What? Trying to take down Trump? What? Also, while she was in Congress, she allegedly made $100 million on insider trading.
I'm already at the good stuff.
She sold Costa Rica, she sold Costa Rica, and now she lives there. That's right. She sells it out to Islamists, making hundreds of millions of dollars. And fucking off to Costa Rica.
Give me the good stuff. Oh, I got a preacher hat.
Like, this is
That's
crazy.
just bartering.
ICE has been spotted in the Muslim-dominated Dearborn, Michigan, arresting illegal
I think
aliens.
the preacher hat
So
should do
the
something
raids
better than
are
just
still going,
bartering.
Which is lovely. But understand, it's only a matter of time until you realize it's actually too late. All right, just understand what we're dealing with here. All right, so grooming gangs are now in the United States.
Is your friend right here? Why are you talking to little boys? Why are you talking to little boys? Why are you sorry? Why are you talking to little boys? How sorry are you? How sorry?
So allegedly, this is a Muslim guy who's trying to lure and groom an 11-year-old Christian girl to Pakistan. It's a Pakistan grooming gang. And authorities intervened before he could carry out the abuse, apparently. But this is crazy, by the way. It's insane. It's pretty wild. Now, new reports say that New York City schools are teaching kids as young as 5 about Palestinian resistance. What the fuck, man? Palestinian resistance is terrorism, by the way. Just understand what Palestinian resistance means. Branding Jews as genocidal white supremacists and openly supporting Hamas as martyrs. Excuse me, what the fuck? We're teaching 5-year-olds to support Hamas terrorists, rapists, sex slavers martyred? What are we doing here, man? What are we doing? And we shouldn't be surprised, because this is happening in Brooklyn. This was yesterday in Brooklyn, New York. Right, so here we got some girl in a red keffiyeh just attacking a random, I guess, Jewish lady over here. That's pretty nice. That's lovely. Love to see that. It's pretty wild watching it happen everywhere. And we're just supposed to accept and normalize the fact that this is happening. So yeah, there is an issue. And the issue is not a couple of radical Muslims. The problem is Islamism as an ideology. And it's hard to hear, and it sounds like it's bigoted, but it's not bigoted, actually. All right, it's really not. This is not racist against some sort of ethnicity, although, I mean, we can go there at some point, but that's not what we're doing today. This is an ideology that is toxic, and that if you understand the religious doctrine at all, or how people act when they are fundamentally part of a religion, you know, they act like basically what the culture designed by the religion basically gets them to do, you will start to realize that maybe actually we have a major problem on our hands. Right, we can look at our buddies over there at England, watching them cope over the gigantic mass rapes of millions of girls. But we have to pay attention to what's going on here. It is not a surprise that actually, you know, you got your America First patriots all supporting infinite Muslim migration into the country. All right, that you got your Trump backstabbers fucking off and leaving the country while supporting Islam-approved Dan Blazarian purely because of his hatred of Israel or Jews or whatever. You got Hassan Piker pushing his leftoid revolution bullshit.
Well, that guy had a good hiding spot.
Supporting Japanese imperialism while hating American imperialism. It's the craziest shit in the world. And I'm really glad the normies are waking up and finally realizing, hold up.
Hello.
I'm starting to think these
How's
people
it going?
people, actually.
Come on, get out of there.
Yeah, I actually think it's a major problem. 5-year-old kids in schools being taught from the perspective of Hamas rapists, sex slaver martyrs are actually fucking awful. That's how the left grows. The left doesn't grow by having children and raising them to have nice values.
I'm doing alright. I got a little bit of a headache this morning, but I'm doing alright. I've been having really good streams lately.
You're not ready.
Crazy video going viral. What is this here? Masked libtard suicide. Who is this guy?
Right. This is a libtard historian on YouTube.
1.5 million views? What is this?
When people ask me why I got snipped, I generally kind of gesture vaguely to fascism and climate change. And the truth is that whenever my friends and family members get pregnant, I get a horrible weight in the pit of my stomach.
So I gotta go outside to climb.
Wait, what?
All of them are left up on the roof.
And shake the idea that in 9 months, another American will come into the world.
How did I get in here?
Anything but that.
Another ravening cannibal who will spend the next better part of the century burning fossil fuels. And you can say, you know...
This is literally a liberal historian, major, big YouTuber guy talking about how he is doing his absolute best to extinct the white race. To extinct America. A lot of the left. Right, so now you wonder why they ally up with us.
Nah, I really don't take medication or anything, but it's not one of my bad headaches. It's just a small headache. One of those little headaches is just annoying. Not as painful as it much, just uncomfortable.
Every other parent has an SUV. Eventually, you're going to get curious and want to drive a car. And then what are you going to do? You know, forbid them?
That's right.
They're just going to do it anyway.
Oh no! This guy is literally the deep. He is the deep from the boys.
I don't think there's any realistic way that anybody in the global north could have a child that won't eventually cause massive harm.
You should only be having children if you are literally in.
No, I got plenty of sleep. It's just it might be allergies or something. It is kind of a sinus headache.
And that's all assuming that your kid grows up to be a kind person, which is also a hell of a gamble.
Oh my god.
A lot of bullies and dumbasses walking around out there in the world.
Yeah.
A lot of rapists too. What if my pride Joy grows up to be somebody else's abuser?
So then kill the black people. Sorry, that was a joke.
Hey, how's it going?
I didn't actually. Dude, bro, like these people do not live in reality. They drank the Kool-Aid so much, and now they're talking about genociding America.
God damn. What a weirdo.
Okay,
If
that
I
was
give birth to
everybody.
a baby daughter, then there's a 1 in 4 chance that she's going to be raped.
What the fuck do you even pull these numbers out of, bro? Bro, so genocide Egypt. 99.3% of women get raped in Egypt. All right, so it's time, bro. It's time.
Is this what happens when you
No,
spend too much
I just
time
got
on Reddit? What
I
is
got like
wrong with
a
him?
small sinus
I don't
headache,
like
man.
The
It's
thing is, this isn't just
not
some
bad.
random
I'm
retard
alright.
dipshit. This is a guy with a
It'll go
following,
away
audience,
soon.
a historian. Like, you don't understand the level of psyop that we're dealing with.
The real kicker is that even if my child has a great life, even if they cause
It's a
no
game,
harm to others,
I made a game where I
they will
made
still
my
suffer.
base
They
downtown.
will still die. It is unavoidable.
And it's way harder to play it like that.
Inflicting this
Oh my
fate
God.
upon them without their knowledge or consent.
Oh my God.
Only to spring it on.
I am right next to a hospital, so.
them
You
when they're
can't
Anyway, could we please import 1 million Pakistanis?
have kids because kids can't consent to existing. This is amazing.
To me,
What is this?
the creation of human life is very
Sand.
obviously an incredibly selfish thing to do. And I'm not saying that we should like make it illegal to have children or whatever, but I am saying that this is a deeply consequential thing.
By the way, and so this is the reason why this ideology is even dumber than you would imagine. If you asked him,
Morning.
so you
I
don't
shake
think
your
black people
hand,
should
but
have kids
I
either,
bet you
he
got
would contort
dysentery
himself
the way
into
you
a
smell.
origami shape
That's
that
what I'm
has never
saying.
even been conceived
That's
of in
right,
order to
baby.
rationalize why it's okay for
Dude,
them.
I play this game with everybody. It's so fun. It's like, oh, men are bad. Even George Floyd? Like, well, not the criminal drug abuser. Obviously not. You know, it's like, man, it's so fucking awesome. It's so, dude. It's
to have kids,
Like,
but
Might as well.
this guy is basically trying to come up with mental concoctions as to why we need to kill white people and Americans. But actually, we should be having
Hang on.
infinite third worlders taking our place because, you know, they make society so much better.
not you.
Oh, well, that's just what people do at this age.
West.
I want someone to take care of me when I'm old.
Oh, I'm alright.
Other than vanity.
Dude,
I
if
just want-
Reddit was a person. Graph makes a lot more sense now.
No, this guy's fucking awesome, actually. It really is. I'm so happy that we have people like this actually going out there and saying this dumb shit.
Look, blockhead,
I
I'll
think a
give
lot of,
word
a
of
lot
advice.
I want to do
Next
some
time,
quests that are in
bathe
town.
before coming to a job
Big
interview.
Man, God is good, you know? Be fruitful and multiply. The first commandment in the Bible. All right, emulate God, and God created life. But these people, they have to come up with the most unbelievable, self-destructive ideologies ever. It's like, it's honestly the most satanic shit in the universe, and they don't even know what they're worshiping.
I've been having real good
If
streams
Reddit was a
lately.
person. Graph makes a lot more sense.
So
now.
I
Reddit is mean
really
children
wanna-
by political ideology. Extremely liberal is at 0.55, so they're literally going.
Wanted to stream today, even though I had a
Why do you
headache.
think they need to groom people? Why do you think they have teachers teaching kids about migration and shit? Why do you think that they bring children to school? Why do you think that they literally trans kids? Why do you think trans kids is real? Because you gotta groom kids when they're young, and then you have one trans kid in the class, and all the other kids in the class, A, they might get groomed into that shit, and B, you got the teacher putting that kid on a pedestal, teaching all the other kids about how trans kids are actually fucking awesome and shit, and how your parents are bigots for thinking it's weird that Sally has a penis, all right? And this is all part of the gigantic cult. They know that they cannot survive without importing voters and without grooming voters. They can only grow vampirically.
This is look at the replacement rates for these people. Even liberal is only at 1.25. A deeper dive,
And it's heartbreaking. And it's almost every culture. I think the only Western country that has above replacement rate children is Israel. It's around 3 children per woman. As opposed to the United States, which is like 1.6 children per woman, which is a nightmare. An actual nightmare.
this Atom Shea guy, and it's genuinely the most depressing and psychotic lib that I've ever seen.
As soon as we landed, I would use the money to drive to Bosun to look the other way while I stole all of the muskets and powder on board. I would march my ass immediately to the nearest indigenous settlement, give the guns out like candy, and make it my mission in life to murder every single white man, woman, and child on the eastern seaboard of the continent.
Can you believe it
There
that
it
we
is.
have these people just running around? All white.
What? Now, what exactly does makes him think the United States would be better if
complete self-destruction.
The indigenous
And it would be
people
sad and
were in
pitiable
charge.
if they were just killing themselves.
See, my favorite argument against these people, like saying that you shouldn't have children because they didn't consent to be born and stuff, and nothing matters and shit. My favorite argument with nihilists, and there's a really easy way to debunk nihilism. A lot of people think nihilism is an airtight argument, because how do you prove that anything matters? Getting married matters because you have children. Well, having children matters. Having children matters because it repopulates the planet. Repopulating the planet matters. And you know, nihilists think they have like this infinite end game where they can just constantly say that things don't matter. And the ultimate way to debunk a nihilist is to kill them. This is not me advocating for violence. I'm just talking purely on a philosophical level. The best way to debunk a nihilist argument is to shoot them in the face. But they won't like that very much. But they can't explain to you why it's bad, actually. Because, well, nothing matters, right?
But they aren't. They want to kill you too. They intend to make this the murder-suicide of the West.
That's right.
An interesting thing to note about this rambling whining is that his main concern seems to be his fear of being able to control his child. That one day his child may wish to have an independent thought and not just submit to his programming completely. These people are mentally ill. There's something profoundly wrong with them. And I've got to tell you guys...
Parents' Day, that's right, not Mother's Day, Parents' Day. Because what if we are just two homosexual men that decided to purchase a child?
Where the hell is the flag?
Guys,
There. Why are they hiding the flag?
Unless you're homosexual.
Well, I just want to get the supplies and get out of here. Oh, I want to get the good stuff too, so...
The election for the
Way up under the
California
roof.
governor is going on right now, and it currently, for the first time ever, it looks like we're gonna have a Republican as the governor of California. So people are just so tired of like all this garbage. You know, Tom Homan showed up like we are never giving amnesty to anyone. They will never become citizens. They're all out to go. And this is resonating with people.
Something to the effect of there are cabinet members talking to the president about that. I believe I've characterized that exchange accurately. Correct me if I'm wrong. But what I'm curious about is what you mean. Are there people in the cabinet advocating for amnesty?
You characterize talking points are taken out of context. That interview, we opened the interview when we're talking about policy, we're talking about where do we go from here, right? Because President Trump did executive orders, had the most secure border ever in Trump 45. President Biden came in, undid it all through executive order. Yeah. President Trump through executive order. We had the most secure border ever.
You fell off the building.
My first comment was, we need congressional action to solidify this and enshrine this into law. So the next president doesn't come in and undo it all again through executive order.
Facts.
When we're talking about the non-criminal people being there ever, I said discussions are ongoing all the time. For instance, just recently there's been discussion about the Dignified Act that some members of Congress are pushing. There's always conversations going on, but let me tell you this, and I mean this. President Trump's been clear from day one. Amnesty's off the table.
Amnesty is off the table, and this is resonating with people. We don't want to bring people in for the third world by the droves, give them amnesty. Now they can vote in our elections. They vote
I guess
for
I
the biggest
kind of don't need
retards
those.
on the goddamn planet. All right,
That.
we don't want to play with this. We don't want to deal with this, and it looks like people
I'm
are
gonna
tired.
throw my-
You know, it's like you got these people being like, here's why everyone's jealous of Indian people.
Why is everyone just jealous of us Indians? Is it because we work 10 times harder than everybody else? Or is it because every time something breaks...
I don't know anybody that's jealous of Indian people.
The company, and one of you answer it. That's very different than
A
calling.
doctor, pharmacist, or engineer probably has an Indian name. Or is it because we'll turn one opportunity into 5? Is it because our parents didn't really give us a plan B? Or is it because we'll show up to anything with the whole family like it's a wedding? Or is it because we'll argue in a party always like it's a business meeting? Or is it because we eat the spiciest food and still say it's not spicy?
Is this the guy slapped off the building? I think it is.
And no one's for it.
You got Moxie, kid.
Now, the bubble is bursting. The left is realizing that leftist policies are digging them into an infinite hole. And I'm going to show you what's going on with the governor debate in a second.
Wow, they just keep giving me good
Get a
stuff.
Republican governor in California. But just understand what the average libtard is dealing with right now.
What is this here? Single era crash out.
You guys do not understand. So I'm 25, right? I'm sitting here and I'm having to build a fucking roster. I'm having to sit here and go out and do things I don't want to do. I don't want a roster. I don't want to go out and date. I don't like this hookup culture. I don't like any of it. But I feel like I don't have a choice.
That really sucks, man. You know who voted for all that?
Yeah.
Men, you guys just get to sit there and you guys can go wait until you're in your 30s, you're almost 40, and you can just go get with a girl that's in her fucking 20s and live a normal life.
That's right. That's right. If you have a successful guy, I don't think he wants to date someone who has 47 college degrees in absolute bullshit and retardedness, all right, to be there and feel like they are entitled to the entire world. No, I don't. I think someone would rather marry someone in their 20s that actually could have children, you know, and isn't dominated by this ideological bitchiness that exists so much in modern Western culture. That's right. That is correct. Everything that you are doing in your life is literally digging your own grave in the dating market. You know, the thing that actually matters, building a family.
Girls don't have that luxury. I'm now sitting here at 25 having to figure out how the fuck to get back in these fucking streets so I can figure out. So 10 years down the line, I'm not sitting there single still.
And this is terrifying a lot of people.
With my daughter being an only child. Like, I want.
Are you a hoe? Listen, maybe she was married and she's a loving, religious, very God-minded person who was married and you know, obviously, and the husband abandoned her.
Let me skin this rabbit right quick.
I'm gonna make fun. But if you a hoe, then you are literally doing this to yourself. If you are a 25-year-old virtuous woman in the United States of America that's
actually,
relatively attractive, you would not have this issue necessarily. You know what? You
I had a real good,
get your ass up and go to church.
good stream.
Literally. But nope, you decided you wanted a retard degree.
Was it yesterday?
You hold around, you have a kid, and life's slipping away.
Right now, I'm averaging 53 viewers
Is that bad?
for this stream, but I had one.
Right?
That's last night. I got 77.
I mean, she's
absolutely men do want
That was yesterday morning.
Just, don't trust a lot of the.
That was Saturday night.
Approaching them. For very
There we go. Saturday, I almost made 100.
Expect this woman to
That was
be
Saturday
faithful to you
morning.
in modern society?
That was an awesome stream. I think that's the one I started this game on. This downtown.
Oh, why would you trust her? I'll be real here. And then they'll get married, and then they'll divorce you and take half your shit. You
But
know,
yeah,
it's,
right now that's
because the
one,
churches all side with women almost all the time.
two,
Like, are you really gonna trust
and
that from someone who has, especially from someone?
yeah,
who has history,
and there you go. There's
literal
two of them
history
that will
sus as
fill
fuck?
up 2 of those slots
You
right
are a
now.
single
So
mother, you have
I'm
this
pretty much know I'm gonna
initiated
get there.
hormone. And I know,
But
you know,
yeah,
maybe
even
your husband got hit
even when
by
I
a bus.
don't,
It's just
I
a
still
horrible
got
thing,
He
but the-
abandoned her or something. And in that case,
decent
that's
numbers.
absolutely tragic. But if that's not the
That's
scenario,
that's
then
the one
your
that's
life
right now.
choices that led you to this lifestyle.
And
Reality
definitely,
is
it
that
seems
a
like
lot
my
of people-
nighttime ones are improving
He's right.
Have
a
kids
lot
with people
too.
they shouldn't have had kids with.
All right, this
And
is
listen,
Friday.
a lot of guys don't want to play another
Friday night,
guy's
I don't know
save
why it
file.
didn't do
Just to
so
make sure
well,
she wasn't
but
speaking
Friday
to
morning
her
I
about
did well.
being a single mother in her future.
I mean, I got good numbers.
She's 100%
If I was
serious.
partner, I'd
Why
be
did
making
you break
decent
up with this
money.
person after having a kid with them? Are you a big problem?
But I'll
What
be,
if the
yeah,
kid's
it's.
dad is like,
I'm
you
just
know, a
running out the
problem?
clock
You
now.
are going to have an infinitely harder time finding anybody that doesn't just want to hook up with you for a night.
Yeah,
The moment
I,
that,
like
a
I
girl
said,
has a
I'm
kid,
pretty much just running out the clock now.
Disgusting. Like, my friends helped me
It's like
make
any
a-
day I'll make partner.
And it's like, I hated it. I hated it. I ended up deleting my Hinge.
It's heartbreaking. It's almost like following a biblical lifestyle is just literally going to give you the best life. Obviously, this isn't going to work for literally everybody. You know, divorce is actually in the Bible, in the Old Testament. It talks about divorce. But in the majority of cases, you just follow the word of God, and things just seem to work out, it seems. Yes, the best lifestyle is actually getting married, probably in your young 20s, and staying married, and having children, and being virtuous, and respecting your husband, and he will love you in return. Yes, shit's hard.
Yeah, I
Yes,
am doing
this
well.
is an issue
Hang on, I gotta.
created by the libtards, by largely, you know, liberal white women, have created the society. that
Give
they
me a
all
sec.
hate
I gotta
so
pay
much.
my rent
And the
right quick.
rebellion is fucking here. So, this is the government debate, the governor debate in California, and it's just cinema.
So we don't have crazy cowboys taking the law into their own hands.
That's the libtard, by the way. Katie Porter, she's running for governor on the libtard side.
Crazy mother who lost her child. Sir, I don't need any
I
lectures
forgot
from
the
you
month
about
slipped.
being a mother. Of course, you might. Okay.
I didn't see that. No. So she was abusive to her husband, by the way, who left her with 3 kids. Right? See, that's a reason to get divorced. If your wife is a nasty bitch that's beating you all the time, that's a reason to get divorced.
Voters campaign is going so horrendously. I honestly believe it's secretly a prank run by people who hate her. As California's gubernatorial debates just proved, she can't escape her.
I always try to pay my rent early, and
of her berating a member of her staff.
I
If a
forgot.
senior official in your government acted as she did in those videos, would you fire them?
Yes. You failed to stop it.
And you put out an ad of your own, now making light
That,
of
nah.
that interaction that you had with your.
I'm gonna go visit my brother later today. Today's his birthday.
That is not correct. The
I will let him know that all of you said happy birthday to him.
a chance to see.
As this is the clip in question.
And the state could lose. Get out of my fucking shop.
And this is the ad.
Not like most people who run for governor. I actually get what you're going through. A single mom of 3 kids. I know what it's like to push the shopping cart.
Single mom because she got divorced because she was abusive to her husband, by the way.
My minivan has almost 200,000 miles. I have a grown kid who may soon be living on my couch.
My child is
It's my brother's birthday. I'm going over to his house. We'll probably go off for lunch.
A fucking loser. That's why I should be governor.
Have a beer with him.
Gentlemen, this is the libtard lifestyle. Libtard utopia, ladies and gentlemen. It sucks, actually.
It's going to take standing up to Donald Trump, calling out greedy corporations, and stepping on some toes along the way. Now, could you guys please get out of my shot?
She's trying to.
See, that's a funny callback to when
Well,
she
didn't
was
we agree
screaming
your
at one of her
first job was
employees.
going to be free?
Reframe how much of a raging Karen she is, when all it really does is bring up how she has absolutely zero to offer other than sassy slogans and fighting Trump. As Democrats, in
Oh, that's a good
California
one.
have
What is
already
Tech
been doing
Planet?
that for over a decade now, and the state has never looked worse.
I don't need that
Days
one
of
yet.
Aggressive attitude just proves at even the slightest amount of frustration.
What's the matter?
she
Can't
loses
find
it.
what you're looking
Californians can
for?
decide for themselves about my temperament based on what they've seen here tonight. And if these boys bullying and bickering
Boys are bullying me.
hasn't been enough to raise questions about their temperament, not one of these men have said in this entire campaign, I've made a mistake. Not for not being able to account for undocumented.
You literally got divorced for being an abusive partner. What do you mean? That's pretty bad.
Children who wound up in
I will let him know that all of you told him happy birthday.
You, like, I could go down the line. I don't even want to waste my time on this. I just want to say to California, I have taken responsibility. I have shown that. And what that ad is about, Caitlin, is about showing that I can laugh at myself.
Wow, that's the most important quality for a governor. Someone who's a gigantic, bitching, retarded, violent, abusive Karen, but she can make fun of herself. Let's go! The libtard lifestyle.
Except my bad action.
Yeah, I'm miserably alone, and I
That is,
have pathetic children, but hey,
damn it.
at least I can laugh at myself.
And I've
What do
already
you got in
forgiven
weapons?
myself, so let's just laugh away the alleged
sale is a sale,
mashed potato
even if it is
situation
to a
with her
scumbag
ex-husband,
like
which
you.
actually explains the whole single mom mess. Actually, this whole debate explains how devoid of charisma she is.
I can't believe that on a stage with 30 minutes of interrupting and bickering and name calling and shouting and disrespect for
This is after years of calling Trump Orange Hitler, by the way.
everyone up here who's stepping
He
into
turned
public
61.
service, that anyone wants to talk about my temperament.
You were actually interrupting them.
I got just a job. Well, good luck. By the looks of it, you're gonna need
the
it.
best ever.
Too. I don't know why you want to act like you weren't.
Oh, cowboy,
Steve and I sat here smiling at each other because we're just watching you all prove to everyone why they can't vote for a Democrat.
True.
Katie really thinks treating people like an abused assistant is gonna win over voters. When no, everybody knows a boss, teacher, co-worker,
Yep.
or raging Karen at a restaurant.
He's 6 years older than I am.
Exactly like Katie, and would never
She's
vote
exactly the caricature of the miserable libtard that has ruined our society.
fully put her in a position of power over ourselves as governor. But personality aside,
My sister Amy's 4 years older than I am. I'm the baby of the family.
I'm on YouTube.
I'm the youngest of
she's
5.
actually an idiot, as her campaign promises would ruin us.
Congresswoman Porter, your thoughts on the idea of funding health care for undocumented immigrants statewide?
And me and my sister Amy are the only two kids in my family that are Generation X. All the other one are baby boomers.
And for critics who say that we...
She's openly stating that...
Yes, I will take your tax dollars and give them to people that invaded our country illegally. It's like... She thinks that this is like a partisan
I'm the
issue.
youngest.
No one that has a job wants this. It's only the communists that are interested in something like this because they've convinced themselves that they're just going to eat the rich and take all their money and redistribute it to people. And then they'll worry about, you know, the tyrannical government that follows.
Still makes me the youngest.
This only works for like the commie retards.
California's taxpayers should pay for the health care of everyone. It deserves to pay as if it's some sort of punishment.
Like she let the woke Twitter talking points take over, and the average human is not interested.
For being her tax cattle. It wasn't
My oldest brother
humanity, it was the
will be 71 this year.
She repeatedly
yes,
said,
we are entitled to your money, yes.
The quiet part loudly.
If he lives that long. He's very overweight and not in good health. He doesn't take very good care of himself. He's actually in assisted living.
Why would you ever live there? Why would you ever live in a state where your tax dollars are not going to your benefit at all? Like, that's the point of tax.
That's not old at all.
Taxes, well, we need to give X amount to the government for us, you know, so that they can have a military that protects us.
You're not even half my age.
That helps us, so that they can pave roads that we need to drive on. That's the argument for taxes, that there is some sort of equivalent exchange to some degree. Obviously, it's bullshit, and we need to abolish taxes entirely, because that shit sucks. But, you know, I think we shouldn't have more than a 10% tax. That's insane. But because obviously the government is so busy wasting our money on bullshit. But, like, why? What argument could you possibly make that our tax dollars should be funding people that invaded our country illegally, that should not be here?
It ain't too bad.
Contributing tax-wise, largely. Like, why on earth?
That's still actually pretty young. I would say I didn't start feeling old until I was about 46 or 47. That's when things started hurting.
A lot of them are.
Openly
quiet part out loud. We're only growing because of illegal aliens.
Admitting that U.S. citizens are escaping the state in such large numbers that it can only be offset.
But I also have longevity in my family. Like, my grandmother lived to be 106.
After California already lost a congressional seat in 2021 for the first time ever.
My grandfather lived to be 97.
California is a literal paradise on earth. The Democrats turned into a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, if I live as long as my grandmother, I'm only middle-aged.
You might be getting a Republican governor of California. I can't believe it, dude.
The only idiot that would perpetuate endless spending on illegals.
On the question of health care for the undocumented,
I said everybody in California you has a right to health care. And let's answer this.
Should fund that.
The truth of the matter is, immigrants built this state. Immigrants make this state run. The fact of the matter is, we had a broken immigration system.
There's a difference between illegal aliens and migrants that came legally. There is such an obvious difference. You possibly can, because the left uses words to lie to you. They don't believe in any of the things they say.
And now
It's I don't spend a lot of time in the sun, and when I do go outside, I try to be in the shade. I don't like being in direct sunlight. That's why I look so young. And I moisturize. I use lotion. Yeah, I don't know what's up with my voice. I've smoked for 30 years. My voice should sound terrible. I don't know why it doesn't.
ICE activity in the city has only increased, as immigration is something they might have won with in 2021. But now even the Democrats are attacking each other over this.
Using Trump lies to try to damage your opponents is worse. And that's what we see happening. Everyone knows Trump campaigned in 2024 talking about lost kids when there were no such thing as lost kids.
The Democrats, the party of sex trafficking, never let them forget that.
Talk about that if they're so concerned. Lost kids.
They saved like 200,000 children under Trump so far. What are you talking about?
As the New York Times reported, 85,000 kids were now he did try to explain it.
With the unaccompanied migrant kids and where we stand,
admitted it before in Congress, and now he's walking it back for some sort of political gain?
Number of 85. And so I can't attest. I would say it doesn't sound at all to be realistic. And what we do is we try to follow up as best we can with these kids.
You gotta get rid of these people.
Congress has given us certain authorities. Our authorities essentially end the moment we have found a
Hang on, what do I gotta?
to place that child with. We try to do some follow-up, but neither the child or the sponsor is actually obligated to follow up with us. And
But even hyper-left outlets reported on the migrant kids being forced into brutal labor under Biden, where children sealed cereal boxes every 10 seconds on dangerous assembly lines after coming into the country to meet a relative she never met. So when faced with this terrifying reality that they created and actually acknowledged, they now simply deny or call it a MAGA lie, while hiding behind, well, we don't have the power to follow up with that many people, conveniently forgetting the legal process.
Wow, that was a whiff.
Would prevent and it isn't even a one-off story. As even 10 months ago, ICE conducted an immigration raid on a California pot farm, finding over 10 accompanied kids working on that pot farm. But apparently, that's just an acceptable sacrifice, as open borders.
The left is the party of child trafficking.
This is basically the only way the Democrats can retain power.
And indentured servitude and slave labor and cattle voting. That is how the left operates. It is unbelievable that it was able to get away with this for so long. With people just not knowing what's happening.
Federally, but at least California does have some hope, as Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco knows exactly what's happening with immigration.
6 of the people here don't even know who deports anyone. They just want emotions to rule the day, so you support them because they don't even know
like the one Republican candidate.
what the governor can and can't do. Or if they do, they're lying to you.
Something he's warned about several times before.
In 2017, that's when California became a sanctuary state, we absolutely told the law enforcement, hold the people voting on it. This is what's going to happen if you do this. ICE is going to have to go into communities to find these people because they're criminals. They're victimizing us.
That's
right
right.
now, they just come into the jail in the safety of the jail. Nobody knows what's happening, and they just deport them. If you make this law, ICE is going to have to go into the streets, and this is what you're going to have. That's where grandma's going to get taken away because you're going to go look for your grandson, and grandson's going to be who's robbing people blind, and he's going to be in the house with grandma. Grandma's there illegally.
Get her too.
Well, they're not going to just let grandma stay because she's here illegally. Democrats purposely, knowingly made sanctuary states and cities to force ICE on the ground so they could create this.
It's basically the only thing the left has anymore. Create an issue.
Honestly insane. I never even looked at it from that perspective. So ICE is basically would have just deported the people in the prisons, but the Democrats made sure to put them on the streets so that ICE could go after people in the streets. So it would also round up other people that would anger people in the community. Literally, the reason
It'll
why
be
they're
a
emptying
good
out their
morning.
prisons
Well,
is to
you proved me
create
wrong.
an emotional
Now
issue
take
about
your
ICE
reward.
deporting
Oh.
Get the hell out of
so
here.
that the people could rise up.
I'm gonna
and
be
demonstrate
getting a
against
machine
ICE.
gun soon,
It's
so
literally a propaganda move for these people. It's honestly insane. Like, they don't
I
even
got some
care
shit
about
work
the
for a
illegal
fuck
getting
up like you.
deported.
I'd say it's been an honor to work with you, but it would be a lie.
Alright, let's head back to the base and empty my sack.
Oh my god.
And campaign on fixing said issue.
Dude, when you expect they don't go lower, bro.
Did it with ICE the same way with fuel prices. Jack up the taxes and fees on gas while banning its production. Then campaign on fighting Trump and his evil increases on gas prices.
Yeah, that one
And
ain't
if
bad.
anybody points out their objective failures with or tax dollars, ask for more. Just like with their now $200 billion with a B failure.
It'll cost $30 billion to finish California high-speed rail from Merced to Bakersfield. We've got overpasses. Do you finish it? Yes or no? Mayor DeRodosa. Yes. Congresswoman Porter.
Yes, if you can build it faster and cheaper than it's been projected.
Okay, Sheriff Bianco.
No, I would rather arrest the people that stole our money.
All right.
That's my guy! That's my guy right there! That's the goat!
That's my guy!
Spending taxpayers' money on pointless things that improve our roads. country because of Democrat policies. Mr. Steyer.
Oh, these are the 2 Republicans, and these are the 5 Democrats running for governor.
Yes, we need Secretary of Transportation.
The slow-speed delivery of high-speed rail, no, but a high-speed delivery of high-speed rail, yes.
What does that mean?
I love how leftists. Are you going to continue, yes or no? Yes, but we'll do it good this time instead of fast.
Sheriff Bianco just set the standard with, we should arrest anybody involved in this fraud.
That's right.
If the Democrats refuse to follow suit, it's probably because they're planning on getting in on it too.
Absolutely.
As they are treating this like...
Dude, you spent $200 billion on this thing that doesn't exist. Where did the money go? I want to vote for the guy that'll put the people that did that shit in jail. Absolutely.
Manufacturing infrastructure, they're treating it like manufacturing meaningless jobs. And everybody wants unemployment to go down, so of course they can skim off the side, since nobody wants to be the guy making mass layoffs. So right now I'm hoping Sheriff Chad Bianco wins the primary.
That
with
is
Steve Hill.
insane, man. That is crazy. We might be getting a Republican governor of California. This only exists because the left is so fucking retarded. They're pushing everyone away because they're actual retards.
A letter for his analysis of William by none other than President Roosevelt. The letter, written by William, read in part, I am the nephew and only descendant of the ill-famed Chancellor and leader of Germany, who today so despotically seeks to enslave the free and Christian peoples of the globe. Everybody in the world today must answer to himself which cause they will serve. To free people of deep religious feeling, there can be but one answer and one choice that will sustain them always and to the bitter end. I am one of many, but I can render service to this great cause, and I have a life to give that it may, with the help of all, triumph in the end. All my relatives and friends soon will be marching for freedom and decency under the stars and stripes.
Oh, did you come in the game?
Mr. President, I am respectfully submitting the petition to you to inquire as to whether I may be allowed to join them in their struggle against tyranny and oppression. I have attempted to join the British forces, but the British are an insular people, and while they are kind and courteous, it is my impression, rightly or wrongly, that they could not in the long run feel overly cordial or sympathetic towards an individual bearing a name that I do. More than anything else, I would like to see it as soon as possible, and thereby be accepted by my friends and comrades as one of them, and this great strength and liberty. And that's right, Hitler's half-nephew was asking directly for Roosevelt's permission to join the Axis. Ultimately, Hoover looked into William's background and cleared him for service. Thus, on March the 6th, 1944, William was sworn into the US Navy as a hospital corpsman and was dispatched to the Pacific Theater. Not much is known about his service record, except that he received a shrapnel wound in his leg and was ultimately discharged after being awarded the Purple Heart. By then, the full extent of the genocidal atrocities perpetrated by his infamous uncle had been proven definitively, and let's just say, regardless of the fact that he'd fought for the US during the war, having the last name Hitler was not exactly ideal. Thus, William finally decided to change his surname to Stuart Houston. In 1947, he married his German-born fiancée, Phyllis Jean-Jacques, and the two settled in the state of New York. From then on, the Stuart Houstons would lead a quiet and uneventful life. They established a medical analysis lab, Brookhaven Laboratories, which they apparently ran out of their home. Beyond this, the couple also had 4 children, 3 of whom are seemingly still alive to this day, but none of them have their own children. This is often stated to have been a part of a pact to terminate the bloodline. However, there is no corroboration of said pact, and all evidence is it probably is just an urban legend, including at least one of these sons explicitly stating that it is false. For example, noting one of them was engaged and planned to have children before his untimely death at the age of 32 in a car accident. Further, another one of the brothers was apparently briefly engaged before he and his fiancée had a falling out over his heritage. Alois Jr. So that covers the dictator's nephews who took an active role in the war, but that doesn't conclude our trip up and down Hitler's family tree. I mentioned earlier how Adolf's half-brother, Alois Jr., had quite the backstory. But as children and teens, Alois Jr. and Adolf never really got along. Adolf was always his mum Clara's favourite, who, at least at first, helped shield him from the ire and extreme abuse of dad, Alois. As a consequence, at least at this stage, Alois Jr. often bore the brunt of their father's many beatings without such protection. This would, as we've noted in our What Was Hitler Like as a Child video, changed once Alois left and Adolf became the eldest male child and most primed for the constant abuse, regardless of his mother's efforts to protect him. But in any event, the young Alois was never given a high-level education and was sent to learn a trade as an apprentice instead. But it appears that the boy had a rebellious streak, and rather than pursuing an honest career, he took to stealing and was sentenced to death on 2 occasions in 1900 and 1902. Finally, in 1905, he decided to emigrate to England's Royal Revolt in Dowling. Earlier, I mentioned how this William Patrick in 1911 and how Alois Jr. left England in 1913. What I did not mention was that in between those two dates, much like his father before him, Alois Jr. often took to the bottle, subjecting both his wife and son to frequent beatings. With Hedwig and father, where he remained stuck after the start of World War I. As mentioned, he remarried with Hedwig. But when it comes to the whole marriage thing, he had to stand charges of bigamy in 1954. This charge carried a sentence of 6 months in prison, but it appears it was revoked or suspended. At the end of 1927, Alois Jr. joins the NSDAP and seemingly maintains some contact with his half-brother Adolf and definitely in the 1930s during William Patrick's visits to Germany. Alois did not hold any government nor party office after his ambitious relative rose to power, but he did enjoy some perks. In 1933, he opened a small restaurant in Berlin called Café Alois, which, thanks to his familial connection, was always replete with high-ranking patrons, including Nazi officials and ministers, often giving them access to private rooms to conduct delicate business. Moreover, Alois took advantage of a racial law to evict his Jewish neighbours and take over their properties, thus expanding his premises at very little cost. Ultimately, in 1937, Alois was able to buy a much larger restaurant in a prestigious location within the German capital. Business was thriving, and in no small measure thanks to his blood ties to the Führer. And it appears that during the war, Alois continued to run his restaurant without incidents of note. However, as the Red Army approached Berlin in April 1945, the restaurateur decided it was closing time and to Hamburg. Paper trail has him re-emerging in October of 1945 after the war had ended, when a resident named Alois Hitler sent a letter to the Dresden Police Department asking for his surname to be the half-brother of the former Führer, but claimed to have no affiliation to the Nazi Party whatsoever. The Hamburg police believed him and allowed for the name change. However, in 1947, just like any other German, Herr Hitler was subjected to a denazification procedure initiated by the Allied occupation authorities to purge the country of the vestiges of the old regime. It was at this time that the local police received a testimony from one Walter Herzog, who had known Hitler since the late 1930s. Thanks to Herzog, authorities found that Alois had indeed been a member of the party, had favoured meetings of Nazi officials, and had unjustly profited from racial laws. The ensuing investigation even directly was sent by Alois to Reich authorities, which caused the deportation of 3 individuals to a concentration camp. Occupation authorities, therefore, filed Alois Hitler as a Category 3 former Nazi. This category indicated lesser offenders to be placed on probation for 2 or 3 years, but not to be interned. By the end of 1949, Alois was exonerated of all charges. This coincided with a general period of leniency towards most lesser offenders, as German society wanted to move on. Thus, Alois Jr., now officially known as Herr Alois Hitler, lived peacefully in his last years, dying on October 20th, 1954 in Hamburg. Paula. Even though Alois was subjected to the denazification process, he escaped of the Allied occupation forces. The same can't be said for Adolf's sister Paula, who was interviewed by the US Army Counterintelligence Corps CIC in July 1945. During her interrogation, Paula recounted how the two were never particularly close during childhood, as she was 6 years younger than Adolf, stating he never considered being a playmate. After their mother, Clara's death in 1907, Adolf left home, and Paula knew nothing about his whereabouts and activities until 1921. In that year, Adolf resurfaced where Paula was living at the time, and she barely recognized him. The older brother, however, apparently was very charming and affectionate with Paula, and she states, "What made the biggest impression on me was the fact that he went shopping with me.
Give me your boots, your clothes, your motorcycle, and a box of Xanax.
Transphobic jerk! Elliot Page, or should I say Ellen
Page is here to teach us men how to be more masculine.
Get the fuck out.
No, I'm not joking.
Okay, she's taking this way too far.
So that intro, last month it was revealed that Elliot Page is going to be starring in Odyssey, which is like the Troy sequel, is it? Sequel?
Yes, she's going to be playing Achilles.
Well, no, that was the rumour. That was the rumour going around on the internet. Apparently it's not true. But when it was speculation, my God, the memes that came out were so funny. So I can't show it, but she obviously dies straight away. I can't show it because there's blood.
Yeah, she took it like a pro.
And then everyone jumps on this bandwagon of putting Ellen Page into action movies because it's really fun.
Oh my God, it was an AI free-for-all.
Actually, it was mostly one dude, but he did it really well.
That's his obvious respect, Mum. All he asks is that Sparta kneels a simple bow so people will be spared. Don't call me ma'am. My apologies. Zexus is generous. He only wants your loyalty. Surely even a delicate thing like yourself can understand that.
Where the hell did he come from? And, oh.
I said don't fucking misgender me! Ma'am, calm down. No need to get emotional. It is so!
That has got to be my favourite.
No, I've got a better one. I've got a better one.
No, you can't beat that.
Have you seen the Rocky one?
I've also seen the Roadhouse one.
Is there I haven't seen the Roadhouse one. I've seen the Predator one, but we're not going to dwell on these all day. They basically show Ellen Page from the Predator's point of view, and it's like stick figure alien.
Like Heat Vision.
Okay, we'll watch a little bit of the Roadhouse one.
You know what they should do? They need to put Ellen Page in that movie. Oh, what's the bloody movie that you kept making me watch with Stallone in it? You made me watch every single fucking one.
Oh,
of them.
Rambo.
Rambo? Was it Rambo?
Yeah.
Remember the first one where he goes schizo on the computers?
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
Yeah, they need to do that scene like she's mad at the trolls.
So as we know, Ellen Page is a petite little trans man.
Yes.
A woman. Now, I came across this interview the other day where she talks to this bird called Ilana Glazer, which is apt. It is fitting because all she does is glaze Ellen Page. This interview was so boring. It goes for about half an hour and it's almost unwatchable, but there were some tiny little nuggets. So I've done my thing, I've clipped it all out, and I think I've made an interesting video. Do you want to have a look?
Is Alana a trans?
We'll get to that. Let's have a look. Let's go!
I've been asking people about masculinity and femininity. We are seeing so much, and I mean our entire lives, we've seen so much unhealthy masculinity, so much sickness in this world, specifically through the lens of men. What does it mean to you to hear me say healthy masculinity?
Now, what do you think Ellen Page is going to say? What do you think her answer is going to be to this?
I don't know, but I feel condescended already, and I'm not even a bloke.
It is very fucking condescending, let me tell you. But before we start, let me just say my version of masculinity, right? This is sort of on the fly. I would say it's being like a leader, especially like within your own family group sort of thing. It's being emotionally strong, you know, sort of being a rock that other people can sort of lean on a little bit. It's being a provider, those sorts of things, you know?
My version of masculinity for you is yesterday when we went to fucking Korean barbecue, and all you had to do was put a buffet of meat in front of him, and all of a sudden he forgets that the little 6-year-old child is around a fucking live barbecue machine. I'm like, is it okay? Is it safe for me to get up and go and get my food? Are you going to watch the kid, or are you going to watch the meat?
That was delicious, that Korean barbecue. I had a good time there.
You were whining afterwards.
Yeah, well, the feeling afterwards isn't so fucking crashed up, let me tell you.
You crashed out when we got home.
I know.
I will say, like, when I first started taking testosterone, I was like, oh, okay, like, I was like, whoa! But did I just start going out and grabbing people without consent? No. So I get so sick of like something like that being an excuse. It's not a fair excuse.
Yeah.
And I'd say I've always been, you know.
Yeah.
Don't people.
The fuck is going on? The whole bit where she was explaining what it felt to be masculine for the first time, she sounded like Alvin the Chipmunk.
So point one is don't people.
Cool.
But she goes further, and this gets so fucking gay. And it just sounds like, well, obviously it just sounds like, because it is, two chicks sitting there imagining what they think fucking masculinity is.
It's crazy. You know what I just imagine in my head? I imagine a class full of boys, like in a boys' school, and they're teaching them about being a man. And you've got Professor Baring at the front saying, number one, do not rip anyone.
Healthy masculinity to me is, or even just something I've felt as transitioning is, like, some sort of impulse expectation you put on yourself to like shut down or come down in a way that usually feels like this, like I am closing off. I remember kind of being like, oh, Elliot, maybe you should, talk with your hands a little less, or...
Okay, so point two, being masculine is talking with your hands less. What about Italian motherfuckers? There's Italian guys that are very masculine and they talk with their hands lots and lots.
Hey, you wanna be a man? Then don't use your hands. Hey.
So, okay, don't use your fucking hands, whatever.
Hey, you wanna be a man? Stop going over in your head how you should be expressing things.
That's such a chick thing to do.
It is totally a chick thing to do.
Maybe in pictures, because ever since transitioning, now I am smiling in those photos. Whereas I used to be I could barely look at a photo of myself. I was always like, and now, and I'll be taking, say, like, dude's like, hey, are you Victor from Umbrella Academy? And we're doing a photo together. I'm great.
So smile more, don't use your hands when you talk, and smile more. That's like being a man 101, masculinity 101. Smile for the camera and don't use your hands.
She's still too descriptive. She's still a fucking chick.
No shit, she's still a chick.
Dudes don't talk like this. They don't delve into the fucking mechanics of how to express their emotions.
No shit.
Aptly.
No shit.
And like having that moment where I'm like, oh, should I also be closing off? It's just like, Elliot, what are you talking about? Like, oh, honey, you're the part of the problem.
God! Like immediately. I didn't even get out the door.
Or maybe your wife. But imagine me, right? I'm in dialogue with myself, and I go, "Oh, Baring, honey."
Schizophrenic inner monologue.
To me, healthy masculinity to just love themselves, people to care for themselves. Ideally, get rest when they can. Like just the practical, basic: drink water, like eat a banana. And also just doing what you can to be intentionally and mindfully, not letting yourself get like swayed or twisted by the rules that I feel like end up like leading to so many of the problems that we see that are do get inflicted by toxic masculinity.
Okay.
Fuck my life.
So can we just do like a stock take here? You got to speak with your hands less. You got to smile more and avoid toxic masculinity and like don't bitches.
Drink more water and eat more dick-shaped fruits.
Yeah. This isn't working out very. I don't think she pre-thought about this fucking answer.
I don't even overanalyze as much as this woman. I'm a woman. I don't overanalyze that much. You know dick all. Sorry. You know dick all about being a dude.
Yeah, I think it's just like healthy masculinity could just mean a really good cry.
Okay. Healthy masculinity. By the way, what is up with the fucking vocal fry? I call that queer fry.
It's fake though. Have you noticed it drops sometimes? Like when she was ranting, just going off, on her schizophrenic projection of her inner monologue, she completely forgot about trying to sound like a dude and it came out more Alvin the Chipmunk.
I was going to call it homosexual fry, but then I realised some homosexuals don't do the fry. It's specifically a queer thing. When someone identifies as like queer or trans, they start talking like this. It's the vocal fry, and my transition was really, really scarring, and I went through a lot, and but I'm coming out the other end, and
it's toxic masculinity.
I feel the joy in my heart now with my fake dick and scar titties.
Yeah, scar titties and fake dick, and I think I'm gonna transition into a frog. next, ribbit.
Yeah, it's like a rule. If you're a queer, you have to do that fucking queer vocal fry. It's ridiculous.
I'm hearing like an opening. Yeah, we have to say opening. Yeah, because it's so like closed off. And
it happened. Closed off could lead to just impatience. It could lead to whatever it is. I'm trying so much. When that happens, it's like, Elliot, shoulders back, take a few breaths.
like it was that I realized I identified as non-binary, as a non-binary woman.
Oh, there we go. She identifies as a non-binary.
Okay, so it is a woman.
Two elite fat guys.
But a woman, you know what I mean?
You
It's
are
like kind of
pregnant,
not
you're a
fair.
woman. No, and by the way, no. I don't want fucking Baron to start opening up more. I don't want to walk into the fucking bathroom when he's having a shower and see him like rocking, crying on the floor like Ace Ventura shit.
I just can't get over that sometimes masculinity means cry. No, sorry. You can cry. You can get. I shed a tear at like a funeral or something. But imagine if I cried like regularly, it'd be gay.
Watching some rom-com and we're both crying and cuddling each other and like, oh, this is beautiful.
Yeah, that would be super gay.
That'd be super gay.
It's painful.
Super gay.
You're saying cruelty as related to the
Not
patriarchy.
regular gay.
It's unfortunately
You're that
betrayal,
gay that
but this
fights
is
crime.
actually emblematic of how everybody feels in this society, wrong in their bodies.
No, they fucking don't. I don't feel wrong in my body. What are you talking about? I don't think you feel wrong in your body, do you?
No.
I mean, occasionally you might feel a bit awkward if you put on a couple of fucking kilos or something like that. But I don't feel wrong in my body. I never have.
It's this modern mindfuckery. I was a tomboy growing up. I like to do male things, or stereotypically male things, like skateboarding and playing guitar and shit. I didn't start thinking, oh, maybe I'm a man, maybe I'm a boy trapped in a girl's body.
No, because that would be ridiculous. But notice how, like, this is just two chicks sitting there talking about, like, what it means to be a man. It's fucking so lame.
Yeah.
But you notice as soon as that fucking Razor chick comes out and says, oh yeah, I'm non-binary, suddenly this is how I analyse everyone, and this is how it is.
Oh, there better be
you're two
something fucking
schizos
awesome over
sitting
here.
there making shit up.
Yeah, blaming all your crazy shit on the patriarchy.
We're missing this opportunity for the trans experience to be particularly pronounced and accessible example of finding your true self.
Word diarrhea.
Yeah, it's mostly word diarrhea. I kind of like your help sort of deciphering this, because it is all, it's like, this reminds me of The View.
Ah, yes.
You know what I mean?
With
They
my
talk about their
bachelor
fucking
and-
feelings and fucking, they overanalyze fucking everything, and it's just so fucking, like, you're clearly two chicks sitting there talking about feelings.
Gosh, when you do get like feel like liberated from that and that shame that you've been carrying, like that is what I would wish for everybody. And I do think that's what trans and gender non-conforming people can offer. And of course they, people in power, what have you, these like, you know, white supremacist patriarchal structures don't want people to feel liberated.
Yeah.
And feel that sense of power and feel that sense of possibility. Yeah, nor do they want to lose a societal structure that, you know, keeps so many people oppressed.
Societal structures of systemic systems.
White racist patriarchy.
Yeah. So are they saying that everyone should be trans? I mean, am I simplifying this too much? Because that fucking Glazer chick basically says, yeah, the trannies are good because, like, it just allows people to be free. And then Alan comes in and goes, oh, yeah, when I sort of became trans, it fucking freed me from the shame. Like, what are you talking about?
I don't know. Honestly, when they start spewing off that many fucking buzzwords in a row,
you
my
shut
brain
off.
starts to shut down because you hear the first white supremacist and your bullshit alert goes off, and then the next one comes in, it's like shutting down.
Yeah.
Shutting down. Bullshit overload. You're gonna have to replay that. What the fuck did Elliot Page even say?
Oh, my
then?
gun broke.
Let's have another listen.
Gosh, when you do get like feel like liberated from
Wait,
that,
I could think I can make a better one.
for everybody. And I do think that's what trans and gender non-conforming people can offer. And of course they, people in power, what have you, it's like, you know, white supremacists.
Yes, I
patriarchal
can.
structures don't want people to feel liberated.
But not right
And feel that sense
now.
of power and feel that sense of possibility. Yeah, nor do they want to lose a societal structure that keeps so many people oppressed.
I think she's saying that, like, the people in power are keeping down the trannies or something.
Yeah. She says
Whoa.
we want people to be liberated from shame, that the white supremacist, patriarchal people in power are trying to stop.
Systemic systems of systematical structures.
Oh my god, fuck off.
Yeah, it's just so fucking far from what it means to be masculine. Men don't think about this shit. I mean, I keep going back to the word schizophrenic. This is Queer Vocal Fry. Fry, schizophrenia is basically what this is.
Men are problem solvers and they don't overanalyze, okay? They think, what is the best possible way to solve this problem? And they don't want to fucking sit there and overanalyze for like 5 hours because then the problem isn't getting addressed.
So they talk about the documentary.
Oh, the animal fucking one?
The animal fucking documentary, yeah.
The fish are gay!
The queer animal documentary.
Yeah.
Your new documentary, Second Nature, it's going deep into the non-binary nature of gender and sexuality in the entire animal kingdom, of which we are a part of, but also it's funny.
They're being gay, you know, squeezing those genitals
Yeah.
of their friends. Really gay.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. She loved that gay animal documentary so much.
I reckon Cenk would love it. Little bit of squeezing of genitals of monkeys.
Yeah. That's a good point, yeah.
Of course it makes sense that animals are queer as fuck. And whether it's, you know, waterfowl or lions or frogs or sex-changing fish or, you know, bonobos or, you know, the list goes on and on. So it's a nature documentary that explores how, you know, what we were taught in biology class in terms of gender and sex being this really binary thing in nature, men being the dominant, violent, aggressive ones, women being inferior and submissive and what have you, and just literally none of it's true.
What are you fucking talking about? It's literally like 99% true. There's like 1% of men who are like passive and submissive and fucking would like lose a fight to a chick. You know what I mean? Men are the dominant fucking that's just the way it is. And no amount of animal fucking, gay animal fucking is gonna change that. I know you really, really want it bad.
I feel like she's looking for loopholes desperately.
Yeah.
Like when I think of biology, it's just solely based on the structure of procreation. The male does a little fucking dance to try and win the woman over, and then if the woman accepts, they fuck, and then they have baby animals.
Yeah, but the shrimp. The shrimp.
Oh, the shrimp.
Yeah.
Right.
The shrimp changed sex. Yeah, so wasn't that eye-wateringly cringe and schizophrenic?
It was completely condescending and laughable.
Like I said, that is two queer chicks sitting there kind of larping about like, yeah, let's discuss our experiences of masculinity. And
Posing as men.
Yeah, it's so cringe.
Posing as men, dictating how men should act.
Yeah, so that's what Ellen Page has been up to. Visit Sugar Tits, she's got a channel.
Yes, I do.
Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
See ya.
They were referring to them as both Michael and Lexi. And in the comments of people that actually knew her child, were referring to her child as Michael. And she was shit on in the comments for referring to her child as her son. Because the left, the trans mob, will never accept that. They can't let a woman who is taking responsibility.
And that is why, ultimately, these are not the type of people you could beat in the marketplace of ideas. Charlie Kirk tried. He was the negotiator, and they killed him. Because they don't actually want to engage with your ideas at all, actually. They just want to kill you. The solution is obviously raising your children in a wholesome, two-parent, God-fearing home, if possible. You know, raising them with proper values and stuff. And also, by brutally humiliating the left. They need to be humiliated, publicly shamed everywhere, literally everywhere. I think it's super important, actually, to A, that they're immoral psychopaths, and that it's a psychopath position to be a leftist these days. But also, people need to know. People need to know. Unfortunately, so many people are scared into silence, you don't want to get canceled, etc. This ultimate breaking of the Overton window is going to destroy the left completely. Because the moment the emotional floodgates open up, that's it. It's over. More and more women are realizing, hold up, I would really like to actually have a husband that takes care of me and children in my life. And following this leftist ideology, it's really making me very miserable, fat, and alone. And everything changes. Everything changes. Nothing radicalizes a woman like getting married. And essentially, we're just seeing this everywhere. We're seeing the gigantic drop-off of leftist ideology everywhere. COVID.
They say, what they're saying, out of 22,000 people, there was one COVID death among the vaccinated. Unvaccinated.
level 22,000. And that allowed them to claim it's 100% effective.
Effective for what? You don't use the word effective.
No, but you remember they kept saying it's 100% effective.
No, they just said it'll
I
negate
can
the
tell you,
severity.
if you go on the internet, you can see Tony Fauci.
And he's right. This is actually true. They all did say that. The narratives are all falling apart and collapsing. And this is what the leftist policy gets you. So this is about... He told ABC a year ago that he fears for his safety.
Violence against
And the
bodegas. The workers he'd seen on social media.
People got shot, killed. Some got never, the police never responds quick.
Tonight, the organization is wondering if the person who shot Abdul Salah was someone who shouldn't have been on the street itself.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. 1 year ago, this guy goes on the news, on ABC, to say he fears for his safety because of all the violence and the lack of crackdown on stuff like that. And now he's dead. They killed him 1 year later. 1 year later, they killed this guy. He's like, I fear for my life. They don't do anything about it, and now he's dead. And it's crazy. This is Ron DeSantis talking about how, leftist policies to import infinite illegals, that's not actually good. And there's a reason why leftists keep dropping off the illegal alien community in right-wing states, because they're trying to flip the states. That's ultimately why they're doing this mass immigration shit. It's for control, all right? So Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, came up with this epic strategy. He's going to start shipping illegals into Democrat areas. And then watch the Democrats try to deport them. Yeah, because they're violent. What? No.
The transporting immigrants to Democratic states, notably, what went on with
Martha's Vineyard. Yeah. So here's the thing. Biden opened the border. I think most people, even a lot of Democrats, agree that was a big mistake, right? Because you have 10 million people. We don't know who these people are. And I get some of the businesses want cheap labor. That's not in the best interest of the United States. So I sent people to the southern border. I was the first state to help Texas. The reality is you're limited in what you can do in that situation if the feds are not going to be supportive. So Biden was literally flying people.
How did you get? Now that you did the job, I guess you ain't that damn bad after all.
Foreign countries, they would sign up through this app.
He's like, yo, Florida, do you want a nice, wholesome, growing Pakistani community? No. No, Florida does not want that. Please, keep them away.
And then he would fly them into the United States. And I think it was frustrating because it was putting a lot of stress on communities. It's obviously not consistent with the rule of law.
Name's not important. Can't say I'm not surprised.
Important, little caveat. They raise more. What can I say? What can I say? What can I say? I respect liberty.
All right, time to venture into nature.
By migrants.
Immigration, no immigration. We don't want people pouring in illegally. I think everyone can agree with that. So, but how do you get traction on it? And as our view is that the power centers that were more supportive of the policy were in a position they weren't having to deal with the effects of the policy. Some little town in South Texas, they're getting overrun. Some of these others are not. So you had Texas as well, sending to New York City, Chicago. Our thing with Martha's Vineyard was we knew it would be a very sharp contrast, and I didn't know how they were going to react, right? So we did it after Labor Day, so the season had ended, and so they went in, and this was all voluntary. They signed forms, whatever, saying that they wanted to go to Martha's Vineyard, and so they went, and there was 50 of them. They called out the National Guard. They got them off the island the next day, and so I think that showed a lot of people, well, wait a minute. That milieu up there, they're supportive of this. They literally, Martha's Vineyard had an office in their downtown that said, Refugee Welcome Center, nobody is illegal. They had those signs there. I don't think they ever serviced a single person, but that was what was done. So it was an ideological thing, they were doing it, but the minute they had to deal with any of the fallout from it, you did. That did on that. But the Martha's Vineyard thing, and I would say if you look in the 2024 election cycle, economy, but border was very close as the number 2.
And the reality is, that's the craziest part, all right? He sends them... certain areas, and then they would get them deported because it's like, no, we don't actually want these guys in our community. Nothing radicalizes a generation like the rape of a generation of children, right? And dude, these people are just laughing stocks right now.
Level. And by the way, this whole thing they talk about the white culture and, you know, let me tell you, it's all about the white culture, this, and, you know, we have a problem with this. Every one of these guys, as much as they bash the white culture in America, they only marry white people. Kamala Harris's spouse, white. Ilhan Omar's spouse, white. You know, AOC spouse, white. Every one of these guys, you know, you keep talking about them, that they're trying to go to that.
What an absolute joke. Like, these people are so pathetic, it's incredible. Meanwhile, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down a lower court order which barred Texas' new congressional map. And it looks like Texas is going to be, you know, changing up the districts in order to basically copy Virginia here and you know, get infinite representation in the government. And that's awesome, actually. That's awesome, because we need to destroy leftists because they're evil. So yeah, Brian Shapiro, you could email me. I'd be more than happy to debate you. Actually, it's the left that are evil, moral.
A wrench!
Constantly, and that's crazy. You know.
I'm excited now. I got a wrench. I got a wrench.
So we can round them all up. Here you go. And this is what we're dealing with, man. This is what we're dealing with.
Gotta be stumps around here somewhere. There's one.
Rights as he kills you. Just be thankful that your person trying to assassinate you and harass your widow and orphans is going to tell you his pronouns. And ultimately, this is going to get everyone to leave the left because they're fucking evil people inherently, and people know that inherently. Unless we got some sort of communist revolution, which hopefully we don't, obviously, but that's what they're working on right now. And they need to be destroyed. Absolutely, yes. They are immoral, evil people to the core, and it's all of them. Unless they're retarded. They might not know that they're following and supporting evil people. They might have just been manipulated. Which is why I am probably one of the most graceful people out there. I give so much charity to hey,
Oh, that guy's sneaking up on me.
be a blatant retard and not
What did you
satanic
get?
and evil.
A bust in the mouth with a
Nice, generous guy.
club. With a cudgel.
What motivates people to give up their lives, their wealth, and even their identities to a charismatic leader? How do ordinary, everyday individuals become trapped in manipulative, often dangerous belief systems? And when the illusion of a perfect world begins to break, what then? Throughout history, cults have risen and fallen, leaving behind dark stories of control, deception, and tragedy. But some of the most
I remember as a kid hearing about Jonestown. I mean, I was like, God, like 6 or 7 years old, but I remember they actually had like a helicopter view of all the dead people in Jonestown that they showed on the news. I remember seeing that as a kid. And my mom was like all freaking out, almost crying about it. My dad was like, what a bunch of idiots. But that was the way my dad was. Let me reset this. Ugh.
Now, of course, there was another horrific incident
Right.
in the UK because
I gotta
it's
run to the
almost
bathroom
like
right quick.
when you open the doors to animals, all of a sudden, all sorts of animalistic behavior takes place. Outrage erupts after a 17-year-old girl was stabbed in broad daylight in England. Animals emboldened. 17-year-old is being treated in the hospital for major wounds to her neck. The animal, again, this is not coming from a racist place. This is what I call someone who stabs a random girl. Is suspected of attempted murder. Of course, still suspect, and we don't know, obviously. And you know what? I have to say kudos to the British government. They've discovered the source of the problem. No, it's not actually the infinite barbarians with low IQs being imported from savage shitholes. Totally not. It has nothing to do with any of that. Obviously, Tommy Robinson is the problem, and he was just arrested. Tommy Robinson detained at Heathrow Airport under the Terrorism Act. His electronic devices has been seized. You know, there may have been a savage, barbaric monkey that stabbed an innocent girl in the street, but Tommy Robinson has made some tweets on Twitter, and that's obviously worse. In fact, The British government decided, yo, I know how we can stop the stabbings. Well, not the stabbings, but we can stop people from knowing about the stabbings. Keir Starmer will introduce nightly social media curfews for 16 and 17-year-olds as part of the government's social media ban. So understand what he wants. So originally he wanted a social media ban for anyone under 16. Now this ban will apply to TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, X, YouTube, Snapchat, Reddit, Twitch, and Kick. For the record, I think that in general this is good parenting advice not to let your kids on some of these like actual like mind virus websites. Don't get me wrong, but that should be up to the parents, not the government, obviously. Now, of course, the government wants to ban under 16s from these places because these are the places where you could actually learn about politics. So understand what Keir Starmer wants, because he already introduced legislation for this. He wants 16-year-olds to be able to vote. So understand, he wants 16-year-olds to vote, but not be able to actually get any information other than the mainstream until they're over 16. Now, even when they are over 16, also there will be social media curfews for 16 and 17-year-olds, limitations on what they could possibly do. Do you want them to get a narrative that might be true, actually, instead of the narrative that was handcrafted by communist, gobbledygook-loving, Islamified retards? I sure hope not, because you know the only thing worse than beheading innocent people on the streets? People knowing about people getting beheaded on the streets. That's even more dangerous, actually. Now, get ready for the truth nuke. Blue Sky, the social media account owned and run by complete libtards, will not be included in the under 16 social media ban. Dude, this is absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. That's right. Blue Sky, for those of you that are unaware, is the alternate social media website that was created when Elon Musk bought Twitter, where all the leftists could go. They were like, Twitter is owned by Elon now. And Elon made a Nazi salute, so therefore we're all gonna leave. And then they all migrated to Blue Sky like fucking monkeys. And now Blue Sky is a radical, violent, left-wing shithole that's all like celebrates the assassination of Charlie Kirk and stuff like that. So understand, Blue Sky was the only social media that's not banned for under 16
Alright, Buddy is
why
taking
would
over
that
my
happen?
spot here,
Well,
so
obviously, under 16-year-olds
I have to do some battle
and become radical leftists.
for some territory
Literally,
here.
there's no other reason. This is just the mind rape of a generation. So at 16, you
Alright.
can vote, join the army, play the lottery, have sex, drive, alright? However, you can't go to Facebook in the evening. Understand exactly what we're dealing with in England. They want to rape the civilization, and they will use any underhanded method possible. Rupert Lowe says, banning teenagers from social media with ludicrous conditions is unworkable, unrealistic, and unwanted. Alright, here's a bad idea. Let the parents parent. Not the state, the mom, the dad, the grandparents, whoever else. Restore Britain will always trust the family over big government. It's like everything he says is right. Holy shit, this is insane. But now, a little more details on the actual stabbing that took place. And then after that, alright, great news. The migrants are leaving. They're like, oh my god, they're so racist. We should leave. And everyone's like, yeah, you do. That's great. Please leave, actually.
What? Girl stabbed in the throat by a UK migrant happened today? What? Stabbed in the neck in daylight. So arresting a 30...
Oh shit. Oh shit. I don't know if you caught that. I don't know if you caught that.
What? Stabbed...
Tommy Robinson talked about it. Therefore, we have to arrest Tommy Robinson.
In the neck in daylight. So arresting a 30-year-old man on suspicion of attempted murder shortly after the assault. Officers detain the shirtless suspect near a police vehicle. Authorities are increasing patrol. This shit just happened. There he is. Damn.
That's a straight white Christian if I've ever seen one.
What a surprise.
And you just know bro is from I don't give a fuckistan, and for some reason he was welcomed into England with open arms.
Nice. And this was literally an hour ago. This was today. You can check.
And I'm supposed to think these people are barbarians. Like these people aren't savage. Like this shit shouldn't be happening every day, right?
The Reddit comments where they ban everyone? Oh no! Yikes! The footage has gone a tad viral on X. It's brutal, the poor girl. And yes, the suspect is someone who could set off more riots if the girl had died.
Oh my god, dude. I mean, yeah, sure. It was pretty awkward if ISIS set off a nuclear bomb and killed 50 million New Yorkers, but think about the backlash on peaceful Muslims.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it makes a difference. That's a short article. I can guess who the attacker might be. And you're right. This kind of violence seems to be happening every day now. Here's...
Shocker. It's been happening every day for a long time. It just broke containment.
So what's funny is that it's been happening every day for probably 10 years.
That's
the
right.
reason why you're hearing about it now, imagine like there's an entire sewage system. Nobody is letting any of it out because, oh my god, if it gets out, then people will realize how much this whole place smells like shit. But then Elon Musk went and he opened a pipe and he let people on Twitter express what they really think. Imagine this fucking barbarian is running after you with a knife and he's stabbing you and trying.
And he's just doing it because, I don't know, you're either a white girl or because he's just fucking retarded, he's 67 IQ, he's chipping out, whatever fucking reason. His ideology is alien to yours. Your culture is alien to his. He would take your front door and use it as firewood. Your culture and your world mean nothing to this barbarian.
Trying to cut your throat open. Knives are banned in the UK, by the way. Well,
that's right. Oh, that's right. They banned knives, so this isn't happening.
How did he have a knife if it was banned? Well, then how do people have knives? Guys, it's the same thing with the ninja swords. You don't need to get rid of the ninja swords.
Get rid of the ninjas.
You need to get rid of the ninjas. It's the people using them. There is apparent footage circulating of this, and I urge you not to... Don't watch it! Don't watch
it! Because if you look at it, you might get angry at a guy from Egypt named Mohammed, and that would obviously be bad for so many Egyptians named Mohammed.
Shit! Similarly, there are photos of the alleged attacker. Don't look at the photo! You don't want to look at... Oh my god.
Alleged attacker.
God, what is wrong with these people? Some girls fighting for her life in the UK state says be careful what you watch and share. You only care about censoring what's happening in the country. People are realizing this and it's not normal. Here's the official government demographic data from the area the stabbing is reported to have taken place. The north of Burnley has been completely colonized. 84% of people are Asian, Asian British, or Asian Welsh.
Asian means Pakistani, by the way. I'm happy to help. It's not people chasing you down the street, okay? It's not those Koreans. No, sir. No, sir.
Pakistani? Yes, obviously. I mean,
yeah, Asian means Pakistani.
This guy's not from Japan. I don't think I've seen a single one of these people that have been going on these knife rampages that are from Japan. I haven't seen a single one from Korea either. I don't think I've seen one from China. They're intentionally not making a distinction. I also think that
they bury the statistics. It's just lies on top of lies on top of lies. And that's why they hate Elon Musk. And that's why they want social media bans. Because how do you control the people when the people learn the truth?
This problem will be solved. The people in Europe have the option to solve this problem with somebody moderate or with somebody else.
You have to do the Trump doctrine. It'll either get solved through unconditional surrender, a.k.a. via politics, or it'll get solved through bombing the shit.
What happened to the dude that just hit me?
The other option.
That's him way over there?
That's how it's going to happen, regardless. All right, these people descended from crusaders. They are not going to sit there and take this shit on the ass. All right? Dude.
The next person after that isn't going to be asking for deportation. There's no world that we can live in where there are random barbarians.
Well, yeah, there is. There is a world we can live in. It's in Africa. It's just not in Western civilization.
Shirtless barbarians with knives running around trying to stab and cut the throats. This is not sustainable. We all know this isn't sustainable. Everybody knows this. But for some reason, people don't want to talk about
it. This is Jake Monroe. He recently had a guy almost beheaded around the corner from his house. So he has some good news that they're actually leaving. Before getting too deep into the chaos, free cash was promised to me 3,000 years ago. One thing I recently added to my daily routine is using free cash for a few minutes here and there. If I'm going to play games as a time sponge, I might as well make some money out of it. Free cash is a fun and easy way to earn real money by doing simple tasks while already on your phone. Play games. Complete surveys, do simple tasks, and turn your bathroom break into an investment. I've been enjoying playing Call of the Dragons on Free Cash, a high payout strategy-based building game. You get instant payouts with a really easy process. Visa. There's already over $250 million paid out to over 60 million users worldwide. It's a win-win. They get someone to test out their games and fill out their surveys, and you get paid. Use the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description to sign up and get a $10 bonus. Every individual sign up literally supports the channel. So if you could click the link in the description and do the thing, that would be very appreciated.
There's a reason why I am legally obliged not to.
Yeah, well, no, obviously legally you can't say any of these things, or you can go to jail for words. All right, it's almost as it's worse than stabbing people in the neck, I would say. Really glad we understand the hierarchy of severity for crime.
Incite violence, to try and encourage more people to partake in violence, because, quite frankly, violence, historically speaking, is incredibly effective. There have been many immigrants who have decided to re-migrate themselves and the violence.
Let's go. Look, I'm not British, so I'm allowed to say this. Let's go. Listen, man, I'm just saying, historically, violence works.
Now, this is a very dangerous precedent that has been set.
The best way to stop stabbings and beheadings in public is to ban people from social media and give more money to migrants with socioeconomic conditions. The poor Sudanese still start stabbing. Sudanese intellectuals are stabbing people in the back.
Oh dear. You've got 20 years of people saying remigration. You've got the last 5 years of people saying remigration just a little bit louder. And then in 3 days, we managed to motivate foreigners themselves to off. That sets a very dangerous precedent, doesn't it? Oh my goodness. What an example to set. That really is.
I mean, let's be real here. The places where these people came from, they weren't giving a flying fuck about democracy. Right?
Well, here's the thing about tolerance. When you tolerate something, you're enabling it. In psychology, an enabler is part of the problem.
You scalp them and then they leave. I'm not endorsing any. I just want to make this clear. I'm not endorsing any violence. I'm just saying that in Sudan, where there was literally just a genocide perpetrated from one Muslim group onto another Muslim group, to the point where they stained the ground red with the blood of the victims because they were in the wrong denomination of Muslim. I don't actually think strongly worded letters matters to these people. All right, it's action that matters to these people.
It's quite an interesting example to set for the rest of the world. And do you know what? I feel vindicated. I really do. Because I said this was going to happen. And I said this was going to happen about in regards to a civil war. And it was going to be related to immigration, and it was most likely going to be related to Rupert Law. Now, a lot of people have said, well, white people are the minority in some cities. Listen, white people aren't like the people, okay? White people aren't like Africans. White people are an entirely different class of their own, okay? You piss off white people to the point where they start to push back, get a helmet, run as fast as you can.
Yeah, that's crusade time. It really is, because it's not about like, again, and all the culture. It's the fact that Western civilization and Western culture, and this is gonna be it's better. It's actually just better than Sudan or whatever. So yes, you're not gonna have organized savagery on the streets, stabbing people in the neck and shit, but you will have absolute organized. Historically, white people have been very good at that.
Yeah, they'll catch you, and they'll do the most unspeakable things to you. And then they'll find where you were trying to run back to, and make sure that there's nothing left there. But this is an incredible response. I mean, look, let me find the attitude here from a couple of migrants in Belfast in response to the situation that's been going on here. There were there were two Ugandan immigrants. Rwanda. Let's watch this video together. I am scared. Ugandan student nurse forced to flee Belfast home after violent protest.
To be fair, it was peaceful protest.
Not get from the house.
Anyway, this is really sad for you, and it was all ruined because a couple of y'all decided to stab people and shit. Yeah, I'm just pointing it out that the reason why she's crying is not because white people don't like getting stabbed. It's mostly because of the stabber.
When I was leaving them back home, I think that is the only thing I didn't get. I only got my passport, my laptop, and my uniform because I have to go to work.
Can I really be able to stay here? Will I be safe because of what happened and the whole experience? So just know I'm scared.
Absolutely nothing about the deaf guy that got his face gouged off by a Sudanese prick.
It's almost like they don't fucking care.
Absolutely.
It's almost like they really don't care at all, actually. Look, I've been saying this for a really, really long time. Like, you saw with the Carmelo Anthony shit. Dude stabs a white guy in the heart, and then you get all the blacktivists screaming and crying and chipping him. No, he was just a baby. Why would you put him in jail for just murdering a white guy? Because they don't care about this shit at all. It's like you see the entire Somali community in Minnesota. You know, they talk about how, like, ICE is going into the port illegal space, by the way. They should do it a lot more. And then all of them are like, oh, neighbors, I can't believe this is happening to our neighbors and communities. I can't believe the level of stress that we are undergoing right now. Maybe people invaded illegally and there's billions of dollars of fraud. Why don't we talk about that, maybe? Maybe that's contributing, maybe a little bit. No, then we won't talk about it. It's just racism.
Absolutely nothing. Not a word. I don't feel safe here now. I want to go home. Wow, look at that. Look at that. A little bit of heat on the ground, and they get to go home. Listen, whenever they come here and they start
I love that they consider home Rwanda. Wait, let's just... They don't consider home North Belfast, Ireland. They consider home Rwanda. All right, just understand exactly what's being stated. Pretty interesting choice of words, I would say.
Slicing us up into pieces. We can't leave. We can't go home. There's nowhere for us to go.
You don't understand. You don't understand how white people are on stolen land, and all the land actually belongs to brown people. That's how it works, man. Everyone is indigenous to everywhere, except for white people who are indigenous to nowhere. I hope you understand how it works. Now, a lot of people are gonna call me out for this, but like every time I hear some guy being like, obviously, Palestine is for the Palestinians, ethno-nationalism, it's like, all right, bro. So, Israel for the Jews, England for the English, America for the Americans.
Goddamn bird scared the crap out of me.
No, of course not, obviously. Maybe we can buy it. Yeah, I'm a very consistent guy in general. I actually think England is for the English, and yeah, I do think Israel is for the Jews, and yeah, I think America is for the Americans. I'm a fucking nationalist, actually, for sure, absolutely. Now, not to say that there can't be anyone from any other ethnicity or anything in any of these countries, obviously, but yeah, I think demographically, every country should be focused on making sure that the prime demographics of your country are represented by the culture of your country. Duh! It makes the country strongest, for sure. And when there is immigration, it should be specifically people that share your value systems and ideally share your culture as much as possible. This is why I absolutely despise left-wing politics. It's all incoherent, bro. You don't have like a left-wing Buddhist guy being like Palestine is for the Palestinians, but England is not for the English. And you'll have a left-wing Jew saying that Israel is for the Jews, but England is not for the English. And in my mind, I'm just hearing the left-wing babble into actually the country belongs to the people that possess it, because conquest has transferred ownership throughout all of human history, and those people own the land, and they have the ability to make sure that the land remains exactly demographically the way they want it. They have the right to enforce their borders, and they have the right to enforce immigration policies. They have the right to enforce ethnic and cultural demographics, because it's their country, and that goes for every country on the planet consistently. No country inherently owes infinite bullshit to retards. Oh, England has to take people from Sudan because there's a genocide. No, actually, that's Sudan's problem. That's not England's problem. Oh, America has to take Somalis because... No, actually, America does not. We don't have to take a single fucking Somali. Yes, they live in a shithole, and that is their problem.
We have to stay here and put up with it. What the f do you think people were gonna do? She's dealing with violence. She's scared for her life, I guess. And she's like, I need to go home. I can no longer stay here. Oh, well, that's good. That's great for you. That's great for you, love. We can't. We have to sit here and watch all of you come in here and increasingly make it more shit. And where the go? Nowhere. Also, the letter from your children that you left to come here, you can go home. You burn the letters up, but you can just go home to your kids. Get the Not a single word about the safety of white people, about this guy that was a...
It's almost like they don't care at all, and they just view you as the objective moral evil, and they don't care. You do not even enter their moral framework.
About, I can see why they are doing this, because in Uganda, if white men show up to my country and he slice a deaf African man's face, we would burn him. Is what she would, right? That's what she'd say. That's what she should be saying. I understand the violence. In Rwanda, if Northern Irish man come to Rwanda and slice African man face, we will beat him and we will kill him. But we're not allowed to riot.
And then they'll probably eat the food.
We're not allowed to show you with enthusiasm how much we don't want you here. In Wakanda, if white man show, the double standards are incredible. Not a word said. She grabbed her laptop and nurse outfit so she could keep working, but not her kid's letters, the thing that she's most sad about losing. Because it was the only thing that wasn't provided to her by taxpayer money. So you have these two black nurses. Won't talk about the fact that if a white man did that in Uganda, they'd probably act even worse. They'd have their very own justice, where they'd find the guy, they'd find the white man, and they'd rip him up like pepper. We will find the white man, and we'd rip him up like pepper. Like that. I don't know why every African...
I mean, to be fair, found that I'm kind of vague. I would like to rip up the guy that murdered this innocent guy in the street, personally. I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of Old Testament justice.
Holy shit, I killed him with my hammer.
Life in return. And you know what? Also, I firmly believe the court system is horseshit. You get this guy on camera, unequivocally murdering a guy, just execute him today. I don't even think that the execution... I think it's inhumane to put off the execution, where he has to sit there trembling, knowing that his day is coming. I think that shit sucks. I am a humanitarian. I don't want to stress him out or anything. No, it makes the meat a lot more tense, okay? Listen, I do not want to stress them out. I think dude murders a guy. If there's undeniable evidence about it, you execute them, same day execution. I think it's the most humane way to go.
Is a tribesman from Ace Ventura, Nature Calls. Yeah, not a word said about the attack. Not a word said about how they'd probably be doing the exact same thing in their own country. Just, I lost some letters and now I have to go home. Oh, well, if you have to go, would you like some cake for the... No more taxpayer money? No cake for you. You can actually just f off. So funny. So funny how they just seem to only care about themselves. Let's see, where was this here?
Weird, huh? It's almost like how tribes only care about their own tribe. They don't care about other tribes. It's so weird how they're acting in England. Exactly like they would act in fucking Rwanda, where they came from. It's almost like they didn't actually follow the Western culture, become westernized, just because of weird, huh? Weird.
Whoa! I don't know why we're running. People just started sprinting. There must be at least two. Bloody hell, what's going on? Oh. People are running. I don't know what's happening. People are just running. This has camo.
Apparently this is the Irish hunting for migrant-infested housing. By the way, this is what remigration was going to look like. This whole like, well, all we have to do is just make a hostile environment for them, and they would leave, right? You know, like rejecting any and all of their customs being allowed into the country, blah 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 blah. They were going to be in the streets. They were going to refuse to leave. In fact, it was going to look something like this video. This is a shit ton of armed foreigners walking through the center of the city. I don't know what city this is or when this was, but point stands. This is what it's going to look like. This is what remigration's going to look like. They don't want to go, bruv. Nah, they don't want to go, bruv. They want to kill you. They don't want to go, bruv. Look at them. Can you hear what they're saying? Can you hear what they're saying? You should be able to... it should be very familiar, this word. Allahu Akbar is what they're saying. It was always...
Look, all I know is when a Christian says Christ is king, I feel warm. I feel tingly. Alright, when a Jew says Baruch Hashem, I'm like, oh, that's nice. I hear a guy from Sand Country, the hidden sand village, being like, Allahu Akbar. I don't know. Maybe I'm Islamic or something. Or maybe it's the fact that I have literally lost family members in Islamic terror attacks. Maybe that it's something to do with it.
What's gonna look like this, lads? You really think... Absolutely what it's going to look like. We were going to tell them to fuck off. We were going to tell them no more benefits, no more synagogues, no more kosher, no more halal, no more Palestinian flags everywhere, no more asylum seekers, no more DEI giving you free jobs and shit. And I've said this 1,000 times. They were never going to hear this, see this, and go, okay, well, I guess I'll just return back to Iraq, I guess. Back to Iraq, that rhymes. Okay, everyone, get in the Picasso, get in the Citroen. We're going back home. They were never going to do that. And we were going to be standing at the...
Seriously, it was going to involve...
Come again. They'll be like, oh, funny joke. You've made your point. Bye-bye. They weren't going to do that. Have any idea what it took for them to get here? The inhuman treatment and conditions they have to endure to get here, to get free shit. They're gonna go nuts. Do you know what no more mosques is? It's not building anymore. It's getting rid of the ones that are already here. How do you think that's going?
That's not gonna be easy. That's not gonna be easy at all.
Gonna do? They're watching their mosques get removed. Their places of worship, their calls to prayer. All of this shit's gone. They're gonna take this as the Muslim Brothers. Nuts. On top of that, they're looking at all of their places of worship get destroyed. For a nice Tesco or Eurocon or Londis or Tesco Ultra, that'd be great. And while that's happening, while they're watching their mosques get pulled down and replaced with a Primark, they're also losing their benefits, their free shit. Oh yeah, Muhammad Hussein Muhammad.
I mean, I think it's mostly the free shit. I mean, welfare states and infinite migration is inherent contradiction. It's inherently a contradictory position that it's like, you can all come here and also we'll give you free things. I just think losing the free things will make a lot of them leave. Or at least not come.
Yeah, you and your 8 children wiped out. That's it. No more money for you. Gotta get a job, fella. Oh, you're too stupid.
That's the big one. That is the nuclear take. That needs to happen immediately. There should be zero welfare for migrants. But, like, if you're a migrant, you should be coming to make the country better. You should not be coming to be a leech. I just think that's obvious.
That sucks. Well, little Ahmed, he's quite mad about this. Oh, yeah. He can't go out and pray anymore like it's Baghdad, and he doesn't get free money all the fucking time. Shit. He's faced with one possible option. Going back to Baghdad. Chat, do you want to go to Baghdad? You want to go there? No, neither does he. Unfortunately, he's from there. We're not, so he's gonna have to go back. If we had a magic spell that returned everyone back to where they were originally from, he would go back there. He's gonna go out there, he's gonna go out into the streets. They're gonna get their Shastars, and their Kurpans, and their Bing Bongs, and their Kloopity Claws, and they're gonna be out in the streets clanging their bling blings. And they're gonna be getting real mad. Every blade is curved. Every single one. Everything's curved. Curved blades. It'll be the Moors. It's absolutely inevitable. There's a reason why.
Everyone that thinks that it's just gonna be, everyone will vote to get them out, and then they'll just be like, okay, we lost, we go no. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, dude. I just see the shit that's happening in England. And thank God Kamala Harris didn't win. Holy fuck, we would look exactly like that.
I can't believe this name is about to leave my lips again for the second time in 2026. Watch Mojo. The only time anyone's talked about Watch Mojo in the last decade is when they're making fun of them or using the name as an insult. The first time this name reared its ugly head in this holy year of 2026 was when the official Watch Mojo account posted a video that was being like an essay breaking down their history and why they suck, and they decided to do battle on that in the Thunderdome down there in the comment section and just looked like absolute fools. Some furious Watch Mojo enthusiast there that had access to the account went rogue and just started posting cringe, replying to it about how, like, they're the most important invention since the telephone. They redefined the YouTube format, and the day people stop talking about you is the day you truly become irrelevant or whatever. It was just a bunch of baloney. It was just straight up. I was, of course, shooting spitballs at them as well because it was so embarrassing to even read. And now I'm talking about them again because they just made a deplorable video, a legitimately awful video about the top 10 YouTubers who made videos when they knew they were dying to monetize off of the tragedies, and low enough for them. They had to go a step beyond that, where they also put in an advertisement to their own AI music to try and pump that. And also, it seems that Watch Mojo and Sound Mojo, the new one you're about to learn about, the AI slop factory, it seems like whoever's in the comment section is the same guy from the last time we made fun of this brand. I'm assuming, and based on Jack's Films research, it's actually the CEO of Watch Mojo, Akshan. No, that might not be. It's a League of Legends character. I already forgot his name. It's not important. The guy's a fucking loser. But it seems like it could be the same guy, because the way he types on his personal Twitter account is the same way he typed melting down about the AI Mojo music albums that they're farting out, as well as the meltdown that the Watch Mojo main account also had a month ago, where they were down there in the fucking pig pen doing battle and beclowning themselves. It seems like it actually is just the guy at the very top of the food chain. He is that much of a pathetic, whimpering little twerp.
For leading that really weird villain monologue-like comment on a relatively small channel's video. From 5 days ago, 10 YouTubers who made videos when they knew they were dying. That's a hell of a thing to make a video on. I want to see if they put ads on this. Oh my fucking god. So they monetized 10 YouTubers who made videos when they knew they were dying.
That first thing Jack's Film shows there is the comment that reminded people that Watch Mojo exists the first time you heard that name in the last decade, and it just reminded people that they still suck major ass, like they are still fucking awful. But then, Jack's Films apparently was alerted to a video they made 5 days ago, which is the top 10 YouTubers who made videos when they knew they were dying, and unsurprisingly, it's monetized.
Watch Mojo already feels enough. A video all about dead YouTubers. The description really, the description is something else, I'll tell you what. Find the song Fate and Fortune from Sound Mojo's Balance album here, then a link to, whatever that is. Have you followed any of these channels? Share your memories in the comments below! And this is the worst part. Our countdown includes Technoblade from the Minecraft community, Gaming Critic, Total Biscuit, and they include all of them for the fucking SEO search terms. Watch Mojo's now a multiplayer game. Wishlist Mojo Mojo Party on Steam. Fuck you.
That is some certified evil shit right there. They even go as far as to have hashtag Technoblade tagged on the video, so that way they can desperately try and shove this into other people's algorithm to get it recommended to them. So they put a bunch of the YouTubers' names in the description, again, to try and help float it through the algorithm to other people to feed it to them. And it's not them just trying to farm AdSense alone. That's not nearly enough to satiate the greed of Watch Mojo. They are also trying to push people to whatever that was, the Fast and the Furious soundtrack or whatever was the top link there. Another one of their products. They also advertise their multiplayer game as well after trying to boost their SEO through having Technoblade, Total Biscuit's name and all that in there. They then write on to have, and here's our multiplayer game you guys should check out as well. It is so, like, unbelievably foul. Now, I still don't believe that there's any real sentient human being that considers themselves a Watch Mojo fan. Like, I don't think there's a group of Mojo maniacs that's just biting at their fingernails, scratching at their neck.
This is what happened in New York yesterday. It is insane. Here we go.
You are unlawfully walking in the roadway.
Man. Yelling at the horses.
You are unlawfully walking in the roadway.
Isn't that crazy? Oh my god, bunch of retards? Yeah, I know. It's just insane to see this happen, man. These people are just crashing the fuck out. And advancing cavalry looks scary as the new mayor of fascist. I guess so. Yeah, he must be. But yeah, I saw some of this before, and you know, again, like it's just this is just look at these videos, man. This is crazy. Oh no!
Son of a bitch.
Oh no! What happened? How horrible! Caught a Pokemon? Yeah.
God damn it. Let's scrap it.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit, man. Like a lizard? Yeah, like a lizard losing its tail to escape. Exactly. Oh, man. Wow. This is in New York. Nothing says sports ball like a riot. Uh-huh. Oh my god, what a fucking zoo. What a zoo. Holy shit. Third world behavior, I know. I know. You can explain to a non-American what this is about? All right, you fucking Europe. Why don't you shut the fuck up? You guys do this after every soccer match. I don't want to hear it from you. Okay? I don't want to hear it. Shut the fuck up. Mind your own business. You got this happening over there too, all right? I want to hear this.
You may be charged with additional crime.
Uh-oh.
Since you have refused to leave.
somebody's been a very bad boy. So they've got bigger problems. Yeah, exactly. We don't riot, we celebrate. Yeah, you celebrate by, let me see, can I show some of these here? And let me see if I can pull it up and find it. Let me see here. New York. Riot. Let me see, can I pull this up? I guess this might not be the best way to look at it. 63 people arrested, 4 stabbings and 1 shooting. Reported in New York City after Knicks fans go wild celebrating the NBA Finals win. So they set a school bus on fire. They did everything. It's really, like, yeah, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yeah. This is great. This is amazing. All right. Yep. Man. What a day. That's crazy. Looks like new Gears of War gameplay. Tax dollars wasted, that's right. Wait, did they open this up so they could steal the fucking the stuff out of the car first? Look, they got the trunk open, or the hood open. Oh my god. Is it because sports aren't for low IQ people? I think that there is the same, like, basically, this is, if you want to bet, I bet that the majority of the people that are going around doing this are, like, again, it's the same era. It's always the same, and it's never different. If you look at Poland, this doesn't happen as much in Poland. And it doesn't happen in Japan. There are certain groups of people that do this stuff, and they think it's okay. That's the reason. That's the reason. Same with BLM. Yep. It's always the same people all across the world. Wow. Didn't Epstein files predict this? What do you mean predict? This has been going on forever. Is right? Yeah. It's a low IQ thing? It sure is. It sure is. Wow. That's amazing. Let's celebrate. Hey, let's celebrate the sports ball win by lighting a school bus on fire. Yep. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it. We love our team. Hey, go Knicks. Retarded people, yeah. Was Israel? Somebody in chat is saying Israel might have lit this school bus on fire. I think the probability of that's like 90%. Israel probably lit this school bus on fire. Yeah, it must be the Jews. I mean, the Jews could have invented fire, right? Jesus. Jesus. What a shithole. Oh my god, man. And yeah, there it is. They did invent child sacrifice. I think that child sacrifice was one of those things that everybody did. I think everybody kind of did that. It wasn't anything unique to,
Oh. Person was shot.
Oh. This is good. This is what we like seeing. Good commercial for those tires. Yeah, true. Jesus, so many lights.
Police horses were deployed for crowd control.
Oh my god.
People were also seen throwing objects at those officers and trying to destroy buses. Like this video here in Times Square, in total,
what is this dumb bitch doing?
Were destroyed. One of those school buses was set on.
If you want to hit somebody with a Razor scooter, it's better to. So the way that you do it is you have to. So there's 2 different parts of it, right? So there's a 3-part thing. Because I've hit somebody with a Razor scooter before, right? And so there's 3 parts to the scooter. There's this part, and then this part with the handles, right? So what you want to do is you want to collapse the scooter down to here and then extend this part upward so you can use the handles and hit somebody with the full force of this harder metal surface, right? Which will make it actually hit a lot harder. That's the way that you do it. If you want to hit somebody, if you want to break something or hit somebody with a Razor scooter, that's how you. She's so stupid, and she's a Zoomer. She's like probably 20 years old. She's a retard, right? And so she doesn't know this. 20 years before she was alive, I had one of these.
Fire, while fans also set.
She failed Physics 101.
Of course,
You're probably right, actually.
People began climbing light poles and cars, and at one point, a person set off flares on top of the bus, as you can see here. Ultimately, the disorder and sporadic chaos went on for several hours overnight. The win did end the 53-year championship drought for the New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani has announced plans for a championship parade set for Thursday.
Damn, a championship parade. And yeah, I mean, these people are just dumb as hell. Look at this girl. Let's watch it again. One more time.
People were also seen
one more time. Look how stupid she is. Look.
And trying to destroy buses like this
Jesus.
Video here in Times Square.
Because that's what happens is it comes back around and hits you in the leg.
One of those school buses was
They're so stupid, bro. Like, they're so dumb. They don't even know what they're doing. Looks like downtown LA. Yeah, it's the wrong scooter tech. It's not our local scholars, yes. And it breaks the physics laws too. I know. But anyway, so there's been a lot of this. Oh, here we go. Here's another one. Oh, wow. What happened to free buses? Well, if it's a free bus, just a second, the fucking thing fell off. Sorry about that. If it's a free bus, I guess it doesn't matter if they light it on fire, right? Because you can just make another one for free. Surely, right? That's how it should happen. You've spoken about Nina Wynn. Well, what do you think we're building up to, right? We're obviously building up to that. And Nina got arrested again. I saw that. I did. Like, I say it every day. I say it every day. Like, you know, put a person like me in charge. You'd never have another event like this ever again. Like, everybody would be acting right. There'd be no more acting wrong and acting a fool. And it's pathetic. Yeah, was she micro-looting again? I don't know if she was or not. She's micro-braining. But she's always doing that, right? So it's not really that big of a surprise. Right? Or this is, there we go. Yeah, right. Right. Yep. You're destroying tax dollars? It's bold of you to imagine that these are net positive taxpayers. You really think these are net positive taxpayers? Come on now. Oh, big boy trying to run away. Man, they're human batteries, I know, man. It's so funny. And what the fuck y'all gonna do? Run! Uh-oh, they're doing something. Oh, no. And, oh my god, here's another one. Oh my god. Was that the Asian racial slur? Was it? The Jets? I don't know. I can't really hear it. Oh, it crashed out already. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on in New York?
Almost got enough stone to make my...
Somebody says it's fake. I have no idea, man. I really don't. Like, this probably is 2024 in Georgia. Oh, okay, that's a whole ass different place. And, okay, oh, wait, there's more wait a minute. There's more rioting, and this happened a few, so this is just what they do over there now. They actually thought they could go up against the tank? Show the big boy again. There he is. Boys, there are weight classes in boxing for a reason. You know what he reminds me of? Bro, like, actually, fucking actually, look at that. Oh my god. You did him dirty? No, I didn't. These guys are champs. What do you mean? Oh my god. Wow, hit them with the stick, huh? Holy shit, man. Oh my god. What a fucking zoo, bro. Like, why? It's just a taxi driver. People being weird with Nick Shirley, let me see it. It's actually, like, that's crazy. It really is. It's actually crazy that this happens, man. It really is. And what kind of behavior is this? I don't know, bro. Like, it's bad. I'll tell you that. Nick Shirley is getting stopped by a lunatic in New York City. NYPD had to step in. So this is Nick Shirley. What is this?
Okay, how's it going? This guy keeps following me. Can you guys get him away from me? He's trying to mess with me. He's throwing up Hitlers, self-Hitlers, everything. Okay, thank you. Get away from me. Get away from me. He's so big, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
What a weirdo.
What's up? I know. Officer, he keeps following me. Over here. But get him away from me. We got a party at the bodega. Alright, let's stop this guy. Take him to the cops. You don't.
Oh, he's still there again.
Don't touch.
What a weirdo. What is he even yelling?
Can you get this guy away from me?
What does it say? Oh, this. What is he, like a Nazi or something like that?
What's going on? Thank you very much. Yeah. Real quick. Yeah, hey, hold up.
Get him out.
I got you. Thank you very much.
Get the hell out of here.
Hey, yo,
Yeah.
what to do.
It's
Thank
just
you
a
very much.
stream
We're just
sniper,
trying to
man.
save everyone a little bit of money, huh? Alright, we got the Hell Hitler guy out of here. I had no idea he had those on him before.
What a weirdo, man. Yeah, demanding officers get someone away from you like you're their private security is not the way to go. It absolutely is. That person was exhibiting antisocial, deranged behavior. And I think that anybody that does that, we should get rid of them. Like, what do you mean? So, like, that's it. Why not? That's what their job is. Like, why would we put up with animals? Why would we deal with animals? That's the way I see it. Like, it's dangerous animals. Yeah, harassing them. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's reporting harassment. Exactly. The public servants. Exactly. The cops are literally put there for that. Yeah, Nick Shirley thinks police are there to save them. 100%, man. And by the way, the reason why these people are getting mad is because they want Nick Shirley to get harassed. That's the reason why. And so whenever the cops do something about it, it makes them upset because now they can't harass a person who they disagree with.
How's it going?
So that's the reason why they're really complaining about it, right? That's the reason why they're really upset. They're trying to portray him as a Nazi, trying to portray Nick Shirley as a Nazi. I have no idea. But yeah, that's it. When somebody calls them a Nazi, they want the police to do something for them. Well, yeah, I don't know, man. And they live in New York City. It's in Sodom and Gomorrah yet. Oh my God, bro! Like this shit is just crazy to watch this shit happen. And another school bus. We'll go through a few more. I'll move on. Oh my God. Wow, I just, what a fucking circus, man. I don't even know what to say. One more. Why? Because they're savages, bro. They're savages. No more school, I guess, yeah. Oh my God. They're not even celebrating anymore? Yep. Wow. They should do this at their jobs? They can't. Not because the job would get mad at them, it's because they don't have a job. Oh my God. Oh, they broke it. Wow. Good job, guys. Amazing. That's great. Why do they do this? Because they're just destructive animals. That's what they do. Like, it's not complicated. Why does a raccoon go into your attic and then tear the whole fucking place up? Why can't it just sit there in the corner? Because it's a fucking raccoon. It's what they do. It's like a wolverine. What does a wolverine do? Or a honey badger? A fucking raccoon. Damn. It's the same thing everywhere. Yeah. Why does a fire burn? Yeah. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. He's really mad. What a fucking circus. So yeah, that was New York City last night, guys. It was. And also, I think that I found this earlier. These people don't have any hobbies. Well, I mean, it's basketball and then causing problems. So guess who was there? I know. Big surprise, right?
A bitch is out. A bitch is out.
So she got arrested.
Fucked up. A bitch is out. Yeah, bitch. A bitch is out at 4 a.m. in the fucking morning.
Yeah.
Fuckers. What? Fucking tight right now, bro. I celebrated the fucking Knicks win in the cell. In the fucking cell. In the fucking cell. How the fuck? I celebrated the Knicks in the cell, bitch.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm dead tight. And my cameraman ran off. Bro, my cameraman dead ass ran off.
Probably didn't want to have anything to do with you.
Looking at the footage? He fucking ran off, bitch. How the fuck are you a cameraman and you run off? Yo, Nino, what up? What's good, man? I just got out of jail. Yo, bro, I'm in jail, but it won't feed me. No water, no food, no nothing, bitch. Shoelaces off, barefoot.
Oh my God.
The fucking cell, bitch. I was supposed to see Kai. Ho!
Man.
Hey? You're not getting paid. I'm gonna fuck you.
I'm so tired, boss. Me too. Me too.
All my fans got good angles of me getting arrested. Bitch, if I'm gonna get arrested, you at least get a good angle on me, ho. Fuck.
Remember what I told you guys about how people like this enter the entropy phase, right? And I predicted this even like last year. Like, people like her can't control themselves. They don't have impulse control. So the moment that you can figure out that a person doesn't have impulse control, that person is like basically subhuman, right? Like, they don't have the same capacities and facilities that like a normal person would have that would control inhibitions, control impulses, control desires. They don't have those things. And so the moment that you can identify a person that way, you can pretty much predict everything that they're going to do, right? I mean, like, every single time. And so that's it.
I didn't do this fucking makeup for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
I'm tight. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna eat some food.
That's better people than her afterlife, not just entropy. Well, she keeps going, it'll happen.
He goes, if you don't come down, I'm gonna arrest you. I said, sir, I was gonna come down regardless. I just need help, because I'm scared of height, and I'm not 7 foot tall, you big fat bitch. Yo, I've never heard no shit like this in my life, bitch. You lying fucking bitch. You a lying ass cop. You a lying piece of shit. Yo, if you watch this,
I'm gonna be honest, guys, I can't watch this for 5 minutes. I cannot spend 5 minutes listening to her talk. I can deal with it for 1 minute. 5 minutes is just too much. I'm sorry, it's too much for me. Let me see if I can find a video of her getting arrested. Nina Lynn arrested. And then I'll move on and look at some other things, because this is really not a big surprise. Is this it? Yeah, this could be it.
Well, I would love to get on top of that. Can I get on top of that? You guys see the picture? Oh my God. Hold on. Stay right here. I'm gonna try to get on top of that. Wherever the fuck we going. You ready? Cameraman, you ready? Cameraman, you ready? Go upstairs. Hold on, stay right here. Hold on, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh my God! Hey, no. Why would you put my phone out here like that? You bugging.
I mean, like, that's embarrassing, bro. Like, you gotta struggle just to get on top of a car? Damn, like, you gotta exercise. It'd be better if she stay in jail. That way she could exercise, work out. Like, that's so sad, bro. Like, really, and she's young, too. Like, she's not even 30 years old, struggling to do that.
Be careful on that shit. I got you.
Damn.
Nah! Hold my phone. Hey! Say what's up to the chat.
Don't start getting arrested. I don't even know what they're saying. I have no idea. Oh, he's telling me to get down. The cop's telling me to get down. Got her ass down? Yeah, I guess so. They're saying fuck Wimby is from the Spurs team? That's that tall dude, right? Like, that really tall guy? Well, I think I kind of know who that is, right? And I thought so, right? Yeah. And yeah, people don't like him for whatever reason.
Fucking pounded on my goddamn door.
Again, I know, like, damn. And that girl sexually assaulted a guy on the street. How's she allowed back online? I mean, like, it's probably some other random place. But, like, as I said before, like, this is a person, like, she's going to keep getting arrested. It's going to keep happening over and over and over. Like, I really, mind blown, you actually know an NBA player? I know a lot of NBA players. Like, what do you mean? Like, I could probably name, like, I could name, like, faces to names of, like, maybe, like, 30 or 40 or 50, right? Probably somewhere around there. Like, yeah, I'm talking about people that are playing right now, right? Not like Kobe Bryant, like Shaquille O'Neal, Michael Jordan, right? Like, now. Actually, you know what? Let me take that down. Let me say 30. I don't think 30, 40, 50, right? Probably a lot closer to 30, I would say, because I'm really going through this and thinking about it. And LARPer bullshit, I mean, I don't know. Like, I scroll Twitter all the time. I'm on social media all the time. You're going to see these guys. You're going to see, oh, it's this guy. Oh, it's that guy, right? I mean, that's it. Maybe closer to 3? Yeah, maybe, right? I don't know. But I don't really spend a lot of time watching sports, right? I'm not trying to flex on anybody that I know a lot about this. I really don't. But yeah, I think this is just what I've noticed in general. But anyway, so yeah, she obviously got arrested as well. I don't think anybody's surprised
God
about that.
damn it, every
Honestly, I'm
time.
surprised she doesn't get arrested more. The people like her are just fucking morons, right?
Look around.
Organo goes nuts after getting suspended. All right, let's watch this.
There's nobody.
Too long? Yeah, sure.
An officer responds to a high school for a 14-year-old student who allegedly assaulted her own teacher.
Good morning, how are you?
Why would she do that? Peachy Keen, it's Friday. And the police are here to remove somebody. I've been better. Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Principal, okay.
Here in just a second. So how's your day?
Well, let's see. I'm starting off here.
Yeah.
He didn't even write the statement. He said it was a camera. I'll be honest with you. That's what he said.
No, you're not hurt? No injuries?
Yeah, I'm just bleeding. I just took the tissue out.
Okay, that's bleeding.
So right here is Mark.
Where's he at?
He's standing right here. This is the best angle we have. Anaya ends up punching. That's the top of her head right there in the red. And you're going to see his head move back right there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, now let me show you the other incident.
So this crashed out twice?
This is the same girl.
So what's her malfunction today?
Graphics event? I checked. It's not going to be like that.
This is how she responds.
It's her ISS in school.
In school suspension.
I was about to say.
Right now, I think she's in a classroom. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
She's in a class. She's actually in class.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want
Classroom
to
cameras are a godsend, yeah.
I do.
Well, what triggered her to hit you?
I wish I could tell you.
No,
I wish I could tell you.
All the students.
What all those students going into?
No, those students were going back, and I was just standing at the door.
I wish I could tell you.
I mean, I didn't see it coming. Literally, you know when somebody's attacking, you don't see it coming. I'm just standing there saying, okay, go through Cal. The guy, Cal, get behind me. She connected with them as well.
Yeah.
She hit me because I guess I just picked my class up. I didn't see it coming.
Her parents notified?
I did speak to the mother.
What she said?
After this took, saw my fault. I called her daughter this. I called her daughter that.
She said it's your fault?
It's just, bro, it is generational. It is, these people, it's generational with them. The parents are, see, this is the thing, is like, nobody wants to say this, but I think a lot of this, like, stupid parents have stupid kids.
Oh, yes. Mother said her phone would be on or whatever happened. I said, well, you know, we're going to call them. That's what she did was, you know, she assaulted the child. Explained the process to her mother as well, that I didn't give her ISS, but I made a list of the teachers that gave her ISS.
So he didn't even do it.
My responsibility is to, you know, start to teach her ISS and follow up with them in ISS.
Let me get started on some paperwork.
Alrighty, thank you.
Yep, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Jesus.
Yep, thanks,
How
sir.
annoying.
You guys got better things to do.
First thing in the morning, 8:50. Look at that, 8:51 in the morning. And you're already dealing with some crashing out kid.
Officer finishes his paperwork. He re-enters the high school, ready to transport the 14-year-old to a juvenile facility.
Alright.
That's a big boy.
Is he ready?
Yeah, let me find out where she is. Come on in. I find her on the camera.
Yep.
So she doesn't know?
I haven't said anything to her.
So they didn't even tell. That's smart.
Downloading the video. She is down in this classroom.
I didn't know they have cameras in every class.
Is there anything else you need?
I'm going to send the video to my email. Would it be easier if she doesn't want to do this from the students? Or
Yeah, I can have somebody
just go bring her out
to the lobby. Okay.
Or if you want to bring her in.
They're nicer than I am. If it was me, I would be like, we're going to go into the class, we're going to handcuff you in front of everybody else, we're going to drag you out kicking and screaming, and then we're going to publish the photo video on the internet, we're going to send it to the news. That'd be me, okay? So, they're very nice.
Talk to her before I come in to kind of, so she's not slaying with us.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
I'll just go ahead and go over and do it. I'll be right back.
I'll stand out here. Okay.
The student is
Make
now
an
sent out of
example?
class down the hallway so the officer can make contact with her.
See?
Imagine being cooked at only 14 years old. Like, these are the ones that, like, I feel like if you act like this, we should just put you in an institution. We should. Like, everybody knows that you're never going to get better. Everybody knows you're not going to stop doing this. Like, just put you in an institution, medicate the shit out of you, hopefully get you to do, like, some sort of, like, menial task to make money off of you, and that's the end of your life. That's it. And if you ever somehow, by some miracle, become normal later on, then maybe you can evaluate whether you can leave or not. Like, that'd be it. Immediately? Yeah, I mean, obviously. You think it's the parents' fault? Nah, if these people, they act that way because they're stupid.
Move.
Move?
Okay. You want to comply?
I'm not scared of taser.
Do you want to comply?
Oh, he's already got the taser
Go
out.
to jail and you can come back
Miss
out.
Sydney!
Turn around.
I'm not going to jail if I ain't do nothing.
I didn't do anything.
Miss Sydney, call my mama, bro.
Uh-huh. Because the parents 100%? No, it's an individual.
Excuse me?
If you're punching people and hitting people at 14 years old, that's your fault. Like, acting this way, every 14-year-old knows that you're not supposed to act this way. Like, because, again, your parents don't exclusively raise you. She's in the school system. She behaves this way. Like, there's no, like, I don't care. Like, if they were 9, I would be like, yeah, I get it, right? But 14? What are you talking about? This is a choice.
Stop talking to me. This boy.
I don't know how to fight this one. Get me, Graham.
Just,
Alright, I don't even know what I'm going to be playing tonight. I'm going to be vlogging out soon because I got to go.
Okay, well, that's fine.
It's my brother's birthday.
Oh,
But I don't know what I'll be playing on later tonight. If anybody's got any ideas, let me know.
He's trying to be nice.
Oh, my mom. You weak as fuck.
14 years old, and you're on the ground getting arrested in either middle school or high. Dude, this has happened to you that early. Oh my god.
Miss Sydney, bro. Miss Sydney, bro.
I got work to do. If you good luck, you better not make me regret this.
Oh man.
I didn't do anything. Miss Sydney, I didn't even punch him in his face.
Would you advocate for police brutality? In this case, I would advocate for police brutality in almost all. Okay. I'm sorry.
Do anything. You can't let them do it.
Baby, this is out of my
I didn't do anything, Miss Sydney.
Welcome back to a series so trashy, even Nina Lynn subscribed. In today's video, Hassan is now going after Elon Musk, saying that he's a failure right after he became a trillionaire. He claims Elon is a nepo baby who doesn't work hard at all, says you. People have found what Hassan actually thinks of Elon in his bro tips past.
You're a good-looking dude, and you happen to be a fucking billionaire.
Insufferable screamer Nina Lynn has finally been arrested in New York City. Reminder, this is the girl that essayed 2 guys on camera and got a 1-week ban on Twitch. Turns out she was riding on top of an Amazon vehicle, being a nuisance, and potentially not listening to the cops. Attorney Legal Mindset has responded, going over the incident and the potential charges. Ultimate Beauty Mode. Twitch CEO Daniel Clancy has responded by possessing me. Hooray for me. Nina Lynn has responded crashing out, swearing literally over 100 times every other word, accusing the cops of racism and threatening to spit on them. Very classy. Subscribe or you become a Nina Lynn fan. You're cocked.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. Right, so Hassan is now going after Elon Musk and projecting hard as always. He's trying to call him a Nepo baby, of course. Mr. Piker is not a Nepo baby. Never call him that. He's also calling Elon Musk a failure who just became a trillionaire. Probably like the worst time you could do that. I mean, you can criticize his politics or call him a clown, but he is sending rockets to space, dude. So Hassan is crashing out.
Hassan Piker calls Elon Musk okay, alright, we're gonna look at this here. Elon is a failure.
Meritocracy is a lie.
Meritocracy is a lie.
Lying is OP, and money is fake. This story that we are watching unfold in front of us is a great example of all three of those classic.
Look at like him trying to go on this like fucking intellectual diatribe holding his red wine. This is just so sad. He's really trying to play the part.
Elon Musk is a fucking failure.
Elon is a
And
failure. Elon has failed.
In spite
Yeah.
of his failures,
Yeah, what's
because
up?
he lucked into a
Hello?
Initial.
What's up?
Because he happened to be at the right place at the right time. He has failed up.
I think that he just corrected himself from saying that Elon Musk
Okay.
was born into wealth because
Hang on,
people
I'll be
could
right
easily
there.
Say, well, you were also born into wealth too. How does that work?
I'll be right
There is
down.
no way Hassan Piker is calling someone a Nepo baby. I cannot. This is rage bait. This is literally rage bait for the legendary series. Buddy, we saw you on that horse. You are not fooling anybody. Let me just remind the audience that Hassan's explanation for all of this, his story, is that his dad was very rich, but he actually lost all of his millions of dollars conveniently in time so that Hassan could LARP on the internet is like this socialist or this self-made person or whatever. Yeah, guys, Hassan obviously grew up broke, guys. Like you didn't ride on a horse as a kid. Are you kidding me? Also, no way he said his infamous quote of lying is OP.
Lying is OP, as I say all the time.
Yeah, man, we're aware. That is literally your #1 strategy. Basically just lie and then count on people to not correct the record because your fans are too lazy to actually do any research or do anything beyond believing your words wholesale. I mean, how many countless lies of Hassan have we exposed on the series, right? No wonder his fans want me executed, bro. Like, this is cultish behavior. This is legitimate cultish behavior.
What? Hassan, why are you trying to kill more Pegasus?
If somebody points out the lies of your favorite content creator and you want them dead, I mean, you have some peak terminal fucking illness, all right? You cannot handle the truth. Now, he also said that meritocracy is a lie, and meritocracy is basically where you get to the top of, like, you know, wealth and talent and all that using your own abilities, your talents, by working hard based on your merit, right? And it's funny because Hassan should be thankful meritocracy is a lie, because if it wasn't, then you'd probably be homeless. Of course, Hassan would also be a trillionaire, right? It's just he didn't have the circumstances for it. He was only a minor Nepo baby, right? So then Hassan starts projecting hard. He calls him insecure and says that he doesn't work hard.
With his endless wealth. He's a horrible person.
He's horrible. He's a horrible
Unbelievably
person.
insecure person.
He's insecure, wow.
Hassan literally just spent almost $7,000 for an NBA game and was mad they didn't mention him when they showed the other celebrities attending.
We had dumped a decent amount of money for these seats. Did you say hi to Taylor? Yeah, no, I did not. I didn't. I was not mentioned in the celebrities that were invited. I was not mentioned in the celebrities that were invited to watch the game list either. It's like behind one of the baskets, but like not exactly behind, but just like not in the center.
Yeah, you didn't get mentioned in the Jumbotron.
Unbelievably insecure person. And yet, he's the richest person on the planet. And we know he doesn't fucking work hard because he tweets all the goddamn time.
That's working because he owns Twitter. This guy is a trillionaire, owns like 3 or 4 massive companies. He bought Twitter and completely changed the entire landscape of discourse on the internet. But somehow this guy's a failure.
Dude, honestly, I thought Elon wasted so much money by buying Twitter. I was like, did you actually spend $50 billion on this dog shit website? And I don't know, he ended up becoming a trillionaire, so somehow worked out. But I just want to say, I find this logic insane. Like, I hate billionaires and trillionaires as much as the next guy, right? But this delusion of they don't actually work hard, guys. They don't work hard at all. Now, you can say they don't deserve their wealth, which is probably true, right? Nobody probably deserves like $1 billion or $1 trillion. But I cannot get behind this terminal copium of where you live in fantasy land, acting like you sitting on your ass 10 hours a day, yapping to a camera is actually the real hard work, right? Mr. Streaming is harder than a 9 to 5, more mentally draining than a 9 to 5. This is who we're supposed to actually take seriously.
Yes, a real job can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean?
And isn't Elon Musk literally known for working hard? That's like his whole thing, right? Now you can say he's a, brainwashed MAGA regard or some weirdo or whatever, but it's so dumb to ignore reality saying, well, all he does is just tweet all day. But he's the CEO of multiple revolutionary companies. I mean, yeah, you can say he's evil or whatever, but he's definitely doing more than you, dude. Holy. He's like, Elon Musk just sits and tweets all day. What do you do, man? That's like half your job. Are you kidding me? And you consider yourself a revolutionary changing the world? Guys, I'm sure Hassan could also build all these companies, right? He could totally launch rockets, get us to Mars if he used his big, large brain. He chooses not to. He's focused on more important issues like beefing with slop tubers and Asmongold. That's the real pressing issues of society. Now, it turns out people found out that Hassan is completely LARPing, and they found his old bro tips videos.
I found Elon's biggest fan after hitting a trillion. Uh-oh, here we go. Let me see if I find it.
Shout out to Elon Musk, the ultimate swag champion of all time, for unveiling his latest invention, the Hyperloop, earlier this afternoon. Now, the serious question I have for Elon Musk is this. How do you have the time to come up with this shit when women are probably tossing their salads your way faster than you can say Hyperloop in every single corner? You're a designated genius, you're a good-looking dude, and you happen to be a fucking billionaire. Anyway, Elon, I admire your conquest in becoming the real-life Tony Stark without the creepy facial hair, and for that, you are our bro of the week.
You're our bro of the week. Thank you, Hassan. Very cool. I find it so amazing that there is a clip for everything. Regarding Hassan, if you're ever confused, if you're ever like wondering what is his actual true opinion, there's always a clip. There's 99.99% of the time. If you hear something completely unhinged about Hassan, you're like, there's no way that's true. Search for the clip, I'd say. So see if you can find the clip and then come to your conclusion. Dude, we need to bring back Bro Tips Hassan Piker. I will legitimately take Diet Andrew Tate here over whatever the hell he is now, because this was genuinely so good. Like, Bro Tips Hassan will never be forgotten.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount? Question mark?
Yeah, so who knew Elon Musk's biggest fan was actually Hassan Piker? Interesting. People responded, please let me fail like Elon. Yeah, he's the biggest failure in the world. Literally world's first trillionaire. Dude, you gotta be so out of touch with reality. Holy. The embodiment of an IRL Brian Griffin. Don't call him that. He's gonna crash out. Meritocracy is a lie. The Turkish Nepo baby. Shoe crushed his painted glass ego so hard you'll never see him in anything but a suit ever again. Yo, check his ass for shoulder pads. Check him ass. Hassan went full wine mom. Never go full wine mom. Money is fake. Drinks red wine wearing an expensive suit and gold rings. Keyword, celebrities that were invited, not the ones who paid $7,000 for the seat. If being born into wealth was all it required, we'd expect to see a slew of trillionaire Nepo babies by now. Yeah, I mean, there's always this terminal copium that goes on. Like, obviously, he probably did start from like a privileged position or whatever, but he's definitely worked hard. Elon will be remembered for his rockets, electric cars, and smoking weed on Joe Rogan's podcast. His son will be remembered for electrocuting his dog and getting roasted by Sean Head, and crashing out and threatening to sue a slop tuber now, of course. Being at home alone wearing a business suit drinking red wine is basically a divorced mom. Daddy's little princess sharing his wisdom again. Speaking of the suit allegations, Hassan has addressed it. Basically, YouTuber Sean Head roasted him so hard he ended up changing his entire wardrobe so he wears suits to be taken seriously. So he responded. Hassan explains why he's now a suit guy. I've been getting a lot of attention.
I wore it just to be on Beyond Israelism. No, I'm a suit guy now. This is it. I've been getting a lot of additional attention from adult media and legacy publishers, specifically on the right, Fox News in particular. And I realize that if I wear a suit, it doesn't really matter what I'm saying. People are far more receptive to the message.
The grandmas
the
love
older,
it.
yeah, the older crowd. In their horny moment, they just are a lot more receptive to what I have to say.
Yeah,
it's been working. Once I figure out how
do you
to
know
curse,
it's working?
I have a lot of fans that keep reporting back to me that their grandparents, they see me on Fox News and they're like, "Oh, that guy is handsome. Isn't that the person you watch all the time?"
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, bro. Stories that never happened. Lying is OP. Also, oh my god, I just remembered the clip of him saying that he wears a suit for the conservative grandmas who are gooning to him.
Part of the reason why I'm in a suit all the time is because moms and dads are watching. Wearing a suit, basically like lingerie for old conservative ladies. Yeah, they love that shit. Gets them horny. This is how we spark the revolution, ladies and gentlemen.
Bro, this guy lives in an alternate universe. The amount of fan fiction he's created, he will just never get over that chatter that called him fat and said he doesn't fit in his suits. I mean, it really just does look comical, doesn't it? His suits just don't fit him. Also, I'm sorry to pause it here, but why does he have like 3 rings? If this was anyone else, I would think that, oh, he got engaged or something. I was like, oh, I was about to be proud of him. But no, it's probably another one of his $5,000 flipping rings. Gotta flex on the pores all the time. Don't worry, his regarded fans are gonna post, "Socialism is when poor. I am very intelligent, yes." Literally the most overused meme. So then we have this complete clown host who goes, yeah, her and Hassan actually make the left look good.
I mean, I guess that's how you get to them.
Yeah, this is how we win. We're gonna make all the grandmas anti-Zionists.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh, you hear that, guys? We got to just wear suits and they're all going to be anti-Zionists.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how it
I
works.
do think that like you and I are both in the camp of make the left look good again. And I think the suits are part of that. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I think so. And to be fair, like a part of the inspiration for this was Zoran, because I realized that people are far more receptive to what he has to say as well when he's always rocking the suits. And I was like, you know what? That's actually smart. I'm going to do that too.
All right. Well, love it. I brought a blazer for Hassan.
Bro, you people might genuinely be the worst thing that ever happened to the left, hijacking any and all movements with your own radical agenda where you support terrorists. I don't think that's a great idea. Okay, you're not making the left look good. You're making them look insane. In fact, you make them look so insane that people accuse you of being secretly paid by Republicans. That's the point where we're at. He looked at Fuentes and said, what makes this guy popular? It must be the clothes. He's in a suit because he wants to make people believe he can read beyond the 4th grade reading level. Well, we actually established that he can't even name a single book he's read, and he blames like jet lag or something. That was genuinely one of the most humiliating clips of all time.
Did you read a lot of books when you were growing up?
I read a decent amount. I don't really read as much anymore, but I did when I was growing up.
Any books stick out in your head as memorable ones?
Oh no.
I don't know. I'm also very jet lagged right now.
Israel Dinkelberg. We got the comparison. Very, very close. He's got the if your lawyer looks like this, you're going to jail suit though. Ay, ay, ay. Right, so insufferable streamer Nina Lynn has finally been arrested. We used to pray for times like this. Now, quick recap, Nina Lynn is the clown who openly bragged about shoplifting and was caught committing multiple crimes on stream.
Look, I got me some Target too. Guess how much I paid? $3.99. How much is the cake? $39. $39? Okay. Fuck. Continue scanning. What the fuck? How do I get this? Scan all items. Pay now. Stupid purchase items. If it don't scan, it's free, right? Why is it not scanning?
They're coming. Hide the stuff.
She also happened to SA 2 guys live on camera and got a 1-week ban on Twitch for it.
So what if he says, I feel like you did some shit wrong? That's embarrassing for him as a guy. I'm not trying to be his friend, though. Why was he a bitch?
Anyways, that brings us to today, where she has finally been arrested for an incident in Gotham City. Sorry, New York, my bad. Nina Lynn got arrested in New York City for riding on top of an Amazon delivery vehicle. Yep, sounds like Nina Lynn, all right.
What's up? Yo, it's a bomb. Yo, it's dummy lit. Oh, we on top of a fucking Amazon car. Stop playing. We on an Amazon car, ho. We on an Amazon car. Yeah. We outside. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Now he going. Now he really going. Holy shit, he really going. Oh shit. The black one? Say that. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Right. Okay, so the police took her away there. I don't really know how many times they actually told her to get off or anything, because they kind of seemed already mad. They seemed pretty agitated, maybe because of the basketball game and the whole Knicks thing that happened. And apparently New Yorkers do this thing where regardless of whether their team wins or loses, they just destroy the city and they start like lighting shit on fire and apparently like dismantling school buses.
As eventually, they started to tear the hood off the bus to cheering. Maybe this is just their revenge against a public school system for creating a society where everybody has a 10-minute mentality, as in they can't even imagine anything that isn't within 10 minutes. As the police essentially did nothing to save the buses. The EBT tribes walked off with the hood of a bus, as the only thing that could wrangle in all this unemployed behavior was the cowboy cop cavalry.
Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck they put in the water there to make people act like this. It's just completely uncivilized, but clearly Nina Lynn was adding to that, just being like a nuisance in public for content. And it is genuinely just the most repulsive, annoying IRL streamer type shit you could do. And this isn't like her first infraction, right? It reminds me of when she made that disgusting like shake or whatever. And she tried to feed some like diabolical concoction to a taxi driver and then got mad when he like closed the window and then she started crashing out.
Here, maybe I'll take the wrapper off for them. This shit look kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. That looks crazy. Here, T. Oh. Wait, my hand. Yo, what the fuck is... Yo, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Are you retarded? Yo, he's dead about to put my hand in that shit, bro. Yo, you might be fucking retarded, bro. Are you good in the head?
People responded, if you commit a crime on stream, you should be permabanned on the platform. It's really that simple. Well, no, that's just not how Twitch operates. You can commit multiple crimes on stream. They simply don't care because everything is subject to review by DJ Daniel Clancy. And we all know, as long as he can goon, anything is fair game, basically. And I can't get over how the entirety of the UK banned someone like Hassan, and Twitch still did not ban him. Like, how fucking incompetent can you be as a platform? Permaban her now. She's committed crimes on stream countless times now, violating TOS endlessly with impunity. It's hilarious. It's like everybody comes in saying like logical, normal things. She violated TOS, therefore she should be banned. And they don't realize Twitch just does not operate like that. We've gone over the song and dance. Hey Twitch, are you gonna permaban this bit or continue being the garbage site everyone knows you for? She's breaking the law, which is against TOS. Surely she's going to get suspended for this. I love how breaking the law needs to be written in the rule. Yeah, this is actually against TOS, you know? Commit or aid in the destruction, defacement, or theft or public or another person's property without permission on Twitch. Can't wait for it. The police are obsessed with me. I think they're in love with me, Chad. This is a reference to when Nina Lynn crashed out at Asmongold for making fun of her.
That weird motherfucker that lives in the basement of his mom's house that be chatting about me all damn day long, you are obsessed with me. I genuinely think you get no pussy and you in love with me, bro.
Asmon was right. She got arrested again, and we just got like a fucking Patrick Star meme here. Right, so